Recording.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the first session of just our random Phandalin adventures. So the two of you, Lantz and Ekko, are leaving from Neverwinter to travel to the town of Phandalin. It is a particularly dangerous path, and everyone knows that the town is fairly isolated because it has become so dangerous to travel, and the town is kind of far from anywhere close by. So, we have not yet established how the two of you know one another.
But we were recruited by the same people, right? To go and fight this threat.
Yes, Lance. You have been hired by a group known as help me out, Ekko.
Order of Crimson Right.
The Order of Crimson Right.
Okay.
You are to make your way to Phandalin and rendezvous with the town master there.
And what's Ekko's relationship to them?
They work for them.
And I'm a mercenary for them. Like, I don't really work directly for them, or are we both mercenaries?
I work directly for them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
Got
you're
it.
essentially an escort. Now, though there is a road which travels all the way across, it is a very dangerous path to move down. Most people don't go down this road unless it's like an armed caravan, or well, that's pretty much it, or it's like military of some kind. So, that being the case, the two of you moving alone is a particularly dangerous situation. In regard to your overall mission, actually, no, never mind. You're supposed to rendezvous with the town master. Okay. So, how would you like to proceed down this path? Would y'all like to go directly by road? It's going to be several days' travel.
Directly down the road as to sneaking along the sides, as opposed to that.
I mean, the sides, like, is there a bunch of weeds or anything? Like, is it like a pain to walk along the sides, or is it like, do we get decent cover in the trees? Like, are we able to walk along the side?
Yeah, you're able to walk alongside the road.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Alright.
So how far alongside the road are you wanting to walk?
Well within the trees, but with, like, you can still see the road, like, from an ambushing perspective.
Okay. Alright. So you're like maybe 20-30 feet off the road?
Yeah, let's say I have an attack prepared for anything or anybody that I happen to see.
Okay. Let's see. This book wasn't actually super helpful. So, let's do this. As the two of you are making your way through the woods, can I have you both make a perception check?
Okay. It's taken a long time to open my character sheet.
Is it?
Yeah, it's being really weird.
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, hold on, it's a different character sheet. Oh, it doesn't have anything on it.
Did I roll?
Oh, balls. Yeah, you rolled.
I did?
So,
Oh, there
Lance,
it is.
while you figure that out, Ekko, you are going to notice as the two of you are walking, something unusual in the brush up ahead, and it looks like someone hunched over.
Ooh, I hold
Give
my...
me a second.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm gonna open my PDF real
Yeah, feel free to do your thing.
quick so that
No
I can
worries.
just refer to the stats on that.
Feel free to just listen in.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So, Ekko, you see what looks like a small humanoid, and it looks like they're just sort of hunched over in a tree.
Hunched over in a tree?
Yeah. You can't get a good look at what it is or what they're doing, but they do appear to be up there.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of stop and get my companion's attention. And I'm gonna say, Look over there. Do you see what I see? Hunched in that tree over
I
there.
looked in the direction that she is,
They're
they're referring to.
So, looking into that space, you do see what looks like the vague silhouette of a humanoid, and they don't seem to be moving, but it definitely looks like a figure.
Can I see across the road to the other side, other trees?
Sure.
I rolled a 19 in perception.
Well, actually, from where you are, you can see like half the road, but you can't really see that far into the trees.
I'm gonna suggest to Ekko that we sneak over to that figure with our weapons raised.
I'm assuming this is like, y'all are like 30, 45 feet off the road to one side.
Yeah, I mean, we want to sneak over to that dude.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to roll stealth.
Okay, I will as well.
Wow. Good job, Ekko. Holy crap, you're both ninjas. Okay.
Alright. So my crossbow raised, I sneak over to the guy.
Alright. So as the two of you inch closer and closer, the figure up in the tree doesn't move.
I look up. Where are they looking? Are they looking towards the road?
Make me an investigation check as you start getting a little closer. As you sort of scope out this thing, they're completely stationary.
That's not what I wanted to roll, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. So what's odd about this, Lance, is looking at it. It's completely stationary, but it does appear to be like a person. Like getting closer, the two of you and Ekko, can you make me an investigation check real quick?
Yes.
Okay. So as the two of y'all get a little closer, noting that this thing isn't moving, you get close enough that you see it's this sort of wooden carving, and it appears to have cloth on it.
Oh.
So it's a wooden statue of a person, like a life-size wooden statue?
Or more like a puppet, a marionette.
Well, you're welcome to take a peek if you like.
I would like to get a closer look. Real quick question though. When I roll, what number is what? Like I just rolled investigation and I see 7, 13, and 3. Can you tell me real quick what number's what there?
When you roll, you see investigation. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, because I just, like, with the roll I just rolled with the investigation.
Alright, so you see a 7 and a 3. So that's advantage, or that's basically, you get 2 rolls there in case of advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
The first one, the 7, is yours.
Okay.
The 3 on the bottom is your modifier.
So then I rolled a 10 total for that one. For investigation.
So you rolled a 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it's showing you the final result. If you hover over the number, it'll show you the math involved.
Oh, shit. Okay. 4, plus 2 plus intel. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to get closer and look at this wooden thing while still staying stealthed.
Okay. As you get closer and look at the wooden thing, you see what appears to be a carved wooden figurine, but it's wearing clothes. And it's been sort of hung up in this tree.
Hung up like with a noose? Or like...
No, it appears to be affixed with, like vines.
So it's just dangling with natural vines, and
It's been affixed, like tied, but with like natural cordage.
Oh. So someone definitely set this here.
It seems that way. But looking at where it's located, it's like facing and kind of hanging down over the road, but not in a place where it could be easily seen. But it's sort of just, the two of you are down there, kind of at the base of the tree, kind of looking up at it, and you can just kind of see it. It's like hunched up in this tree.
how high is it off the ground?
Maybe about like 12 feet. Not super high, but it's kind of up in a branch. You could climb to it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to climb to it.
Okay. So Lance, climbing up and looking at this tree. Actually, switch over to this. Here we go. So there we go. So climbing over to this thing, you get a good look at it up close, and it is this little wooden carved figurine, and you see what appear to be symbols carved in the wood, with what appears to be ablated.
What do the symbols look like?
Various little swirls, sharp, jagged designs. They definitely look like they were engraved with some kind of intention in this wood. And looking at this figurine, it's quite unsettling to look at. It appears to be wearing somebody's clothes. You don't know who. It's like a wooden carving, right? Kind of roughly shaped in a humanoid shape, but it's been dressed in these clothes with these carvings on the wood. And
I don't shout. Sorry. Just keep going.
somebody has a fixed, like, brass-like material around the head, and it looks like vaguely like a scarecrow almost. You kind of get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, an effigy.
An effigy, yes, thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
I whispered down to Ekko, or more in a hushed tone, some kind of effigy. Don't touch it.
Yes,
I wouldn't touch it if I were you.
it does look like it was designed to be a trap.
Now the question is, who put it there?
I don't know. Did you see anything specific up there? Any signage?
Lots of swirls. I think this may have been a witch's work.
This definitely looks like witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
This is not the common tongue.
We should...
How fresh were the clothes on it? Were they like tattered from nature, or like?
They're like old and tattered.
Okay.
But they definitely were like somebody's clothes.
I say, this has been here for a while. With the vines and the clothes, this has been outside for quite some time.
make me an investigation check. As you.
Sure.
Wait, you said you're not. You climbed over to it, but you're not touching it.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
Okay, yeah. Make me an investigation check.
Hey, y'all, my food just got here. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Lance, looking around the clothes, there's like little rusted colored flecks around like the rolled up like pant leggings.
Rusted, like metal, or just colored like that?
Colored like that. Can you make me another perception check?
Or fuck, I don't know what. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay, Lance, you notice it has gone completely quiet around you. You don't hear any
That
birds.
means there's a predator nearby, or something. It's usually like in real life when birds stop chirping. There's a predator somewhere.
Yeah, it goes completely quiet. You don't hear any
I
insects.
raise my gun. I raise my bow and I look around, like hoping to spot something on the
Make a
ground.
perception check as you like. I just imagine like the first person, like the camera swing as you're like looking around.
Okay, what's up?
There's a predator nearby. All the wildlife has gone quiet.
All the wildlife is
So-
gone quiet.
So
Yeah.
as Lance is assessing this thing, he like makes an observation about it, and then suddenly realizes that there's no sound of birds or insects in the vicinity.
Oh.
And becoming alarmed, he's rapidly looking about. But Lance, you don't see anything.
Okay, I will also look about.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Oof. Oh, do I? Oh, that still doesn't really do much. Never mind.
Okay, Ekko, you're looking about too. Both of you, you're both still very quiet. Like neither of you have like blown your cover or done anything. You're sort of just like whispering to each other. But Lance, you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck, like standing up, and you don't feel safe. You've got that mercenary sense that like you need to be very careful.
I whisper down quickly, "We need to get out of here now."
Do we run or hide? Run?
Continue the way we were going,
Let's go. Stealth away?
and we quickly scuttle away like crabs.
Scuttle away. Okay. Can you both make me a stealth check as you sort of shuffle onward down the road?
Whoo!
Wow. Holy cow. Okay. Ekko
Where's
just
my
blends into the dark.
3?
The brush.
Oh no!
I trip and land on like a bunch of bells or some shit.
So Lance, you like fall. You slip out of the tree as you're climbing down, and you like crash into the ground. And as you do, a bolt fires out of your crossbow and shoots off into the woods.
I stand
It's just
stone
like
still.
silence.
Say, now we run.
Run!
Get up and
Bolt
start
away.
running.
Okay, so the two of you bolt.
Yep.
All right. Can you both make me one more perception check as you're bolting out of here?
Yep. Ooh.
Okay.
God, my perception is shit.
Okay. So, Lance, Ekko, the two of you are running, and you're bolting down, and Ekko, as you look back over your shoulder, you don't see anybody in the vicinity, but the effigy having been like knocked, kind of shaken loose by Lance's fall, is now sort of like loosely propped in your direction.
Oh!
As the two of you are like, it's like hanging from the vine, still dangling, right? But it's just sort of like fallen in such a way that it's facing the two of you, as the two of you are like running
Bucking
away.
it. I say, it's looking at us! It's looking at us! Keep going! Keep going!
I say, break line of sight, hurry! Like, I start putting trees between me and the effigy.
I follow.
Okay. All right. The two of you proceed.
Whew. That was close. We shouldn't go poking about traps that we know are traps.
Yeah, I don't know. My foot just slipped.
Be careful
To
next
be
time.
fair, y'all didn't know it was a trap right off the bat.
That's true.
And it wasn't necessarily a trap. It looked like a person sitting up there. But, Lance, you did notice something in particular about it before you left.
The symbols?
Peculiar rust-colored rough colorings about the clothing.
I'll have to write that down.
I'll just, like, fucking tell you. It looked like dried blood.
Oh. That's not what I would have thought at first. It's like, there was, like, shackles on it at one point or something.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, so, like, it appeared that there was dried blood on it. But it was on, like, this entirely wooden effigy.
So, sacrifice may have happened.
Okay. So. During camp that night. First off, how are y'all setting up camp?
I would like to look
First
for a
off-
safe place to set up.
Yeah, is it mountainous in the area we're in? Like cliffs or anything?
Let's see. Let's see if we can just build a map for you real quick. Alright, let's see. How fast can I throw this together? Been a minute since I've used the old level 20. This is a good one. I like this. Okay. This is a good opportunity to set up your vision. Okay, you can pause the recording for just a brief moment.
Oh, okay. Give me one sec. Get into it.
For sure, for sure.
Where'd he go? We're recording.
Okay, so you can both see here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as it starts getting dark, the two of you are... you find an old pier. It's like it's been left in disrepair. There's not a whole lot going on here. But it's near a source of water, an old pond, and there doesn't appear to be a house anywhere that you can find. Actually, make me an investigation check.
All right.
Okay. Lance?
Hold on. Alright, what do we see?
15. Ooh, okay.
Good.
Okay, Lance. I will say that as you're taking a look around, you actually will find an old shack. However, it is completely overgrown. Part of the roof is collapsed in. The door is closed, but very clearly rotted. This house looks long, long abandoned.
Is there a window I can peek into?
Sure, yeah. Part of the wall has actually crumbled away. I'm trying to find an adequate shack for you here. Let me just try to do it one of these here. Yeah, sure. So you're able to peek into the house. You see like grass inside. Here, I'm about to put it on the map. Just remember how structured everything. Oh, actually, hang tight. Sorry guys, I am trying really hard to recall how I organized my...
You're good.
Okay, here we go, here we go. You find this old place. It's very overgrown. There's a lot of like grass inside it. I don't like the way it looks. We'll say it looks kind of like that. Much of it is rotted away. There's a thick layer of dust over everything. What is left of like what used to be a cot. The mattress is very clearly rotted, but there's still like sort of a wooden frame there. It's barely a shelter.
Look over at Ekko. Better than nothing.
Yes, better than nothing, but it would be the first place someone would probably look if they were looking for people.
You got a point. You go get some sleep. I'll take watch.
Wake me when you're ready to sleep.
Okay. So when they go in, I'm going to go and just like prop myself up in this tree or next to this tree behind this log, kind of out of sight. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
It's 23.
23. Oof, natural 20.
Basically invisible.
Okay, you're basically invisible. Alright, now Ekko.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is your first night out on the road.
Yeah.
How do you make yourself comfortable in this overgrown, exposed to the open shack that you're in? You can see the night sky through the ceiling. As a
Okay.
large, like this corner of it is just missing entirely.
Okay. I sleep. I'm gonna sleep in the corner, kind of near the entrance, across, kind of where I am, across from that green patch, so I can kind of see up through the hole a little bit. Also see the door right next to me. I'll probably bundle up just a bit of dirt to make as like a makeshift pillow, just to make it a little more comfortable for myself. And I pull out one of my daggers and I keep it at the ready.
Okay.
And I trust in my new companion to keep an eye out while I sleep.
Okay, Lance.
Alright.
So, the night is quiet. You occasionally hear a splash of the water as a fish eats an insect.
I stop and I listen. Like, sort of try and listen to what they're saying.
Okay. As you're peering, you're sort of peering closer at Ekko, trying to determine what is being said. I'm gonna zoom in on y'all here. You hear them muttering, and you also hear a second quiet voice muttering as well.
What does the second quiet voice sound like?
Well, it's very murky. It's hard to get a good. It's hard to hear it very well. But it's just sort of quietly whispering.
So I can't hear any words from either voice. I just hear jumble.
It's sort of like this quiet gibberish, so to speak. But you do hear the whispering. And looking about a little closer, Lance,
Yeah.
you see there's tiny hole in the floor right here. And it's a hole in the floor that like goes under the house. And you can hear a sort of quiet whispering being drifted out of the hole. It's in a deep, low voice. And it echoes sort of like restlessly muttering in their sleep, and they're sweating.
I try to wake Ekko up.
You shake Ekko awake.
I say, move from your spot.
I roll over pretty quickly and move over here.
Do you remember anything before you went to sleep?
No, I just remember getting my pillow ready and going to sleep. Nothing in particular. Why? What do you hear? What do you see? What's happening?
I nod down towards the floor, pull my lance out, and thrust it through near where the hole is.
You thrust it through the hole?
Yeah.
I get my short sword ready.
Lance, as you hold the tip of your lance in the hole, there's like as the tip of it passes through like to where under the house would be, there's like this like a as if you've just like opened a window, right? And it's like sucking air into the hole. Like
I can't pull the lance out, or
yeah, you can pull the lance out. It's not like sucking your lance in, but it's almost like you've like rolled down the window of a car, and there's like a current of air being sucked into the hole.
I look at Ekko and it says, "I can sleep later. We need to leave."
Can I peek down and just look in the hole and see if I can see anything?
Yeah, sure. So Ekko, you sort of like
I'm not going in the hole. I'm staying out and I'm just
right.
looking.
You just sort of peek down in
Yeah.
there. And what you see, Ekko,
Oh god.
is like a bunch of stalactites and like a cave structure on the other side.
There is a cavern down there.
I'm sure there is, but that's not why we're here.
You're right. You're right. Tempting, but we need to stay on task. Let's find
I'm
another
not equipped
place.
to deal with witchcraft, are you?
Well, you know, I'd rather not to find out. Let's go. We'll find a safer place for you
I
to
can sleep later.
Okay, so y'all aren't gonna sleep here?
No.
Okay. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you make your way onward.
Oh, I let Ekko know what they were doing. Like in their sleep. Like
Oh.
muttering and shit.
I was talking. Well, what was I saying?
You were mumbling and another voice was mumbling. It was all gibberish. Unless it was a language I've never spoken.
Well, I do know a couple of languages you might not know.
Nonsense. Like what?
Oh, I know Abyssal and I know Inferno.
Say something in Abyssal.
Rashkan.
Does that sound close to the gibberish?
Yes, actually.
Oh, shit.
It sounds very akin to what you were hearing.
You must have been speaking Abyssal in your dreams.
Oh, was I? Oh,
You were also in a cold sweat.
oh. That doesn't sound good. Maybe I was having a nightmare.
That was right before I woke you up. I figured what was making you do that was underneath the floorboards.
Ooh. I didn't even think about that. Well, let's, you know, perhaps I was just talking in my sleep. We can find out once we go to another location.
I think we better study up on what this may be in the next town. But if my suspicions are correct, that wooden thing that we found on the road back there may have some connection to what's going on right here.
You think? You think it's all, witches, magic?
I've never seen anything that wasn't like that. Than comparing it to witches.
I don't know.
The orc shamans did like practice something very similar to witchcraft, which is why it's easy for me to make the connection.
Do you say that out loud, or is that just something you're saying right now?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that out loud. I say the shamans I lived with, they practice something very similar. They use totems and effigies as well. They're more nature-oriented and primalist.
The shamans of orc people. They kind of give you an up and down, and they look a little confused. But obviously you are not orc. How did that happen?
I was captured when I was a kid.
Oh.
My family was murdered by a beast. And I was forced to live on the road. And I was captured and forced into servitude by these orcs, an orc clan. I bested their chieftain, and they made me an honorary member of their tribe. And then they sent me on my way.
Oh, wow. That is quite the history you have. Ooh.
Much of being a prisoner allows for.
Yes, I suppose so.
They weren't my friends. I was just surviving.
Do you still feel the same way now?
Same way about what?
About the orcs and surviving?
Well, if I was to walk up to any band of orcs from the tribe, they would try to kill me on the spot. It's not like they all know each other and respect each other. They're very tribalistic. I don't expect any friendliness to come from them.
Good to know. Good to know.
They think they're better than men.
Ah. Well. Wait. So do you know orc?
Yes. It says I was given a name. Translated into common speak, it's Little Skirmisher.
Little skirmisher.
But the name is Ligo Go Shrub.
They repeat the name back to you perfectly.
That's correct.
Um,
You know Orcish?
I do, they say in orc. Ish.
I speak to them in Orc. It took me 4 years. I say in Orcish. It took me 4 years to learn this language. I suppose it took you less.
Oh, I'm quite talented with languages, but it still takes time. It still took me several years to really get that, the enunciation right. Very rough.
Anything else? Any other languages?
Off the top of my head, hold on, that is in proficiencies in languages. Well, I also know Sylvan, Common, obviously, and the language of thieves,
Thieves.
which comes in quite handy.
How did someone like you run into what's the group that hired me again?
Order of the Crimson Rite.
How did the Crimson Rite get a hold of someone like you?
I tell you what, let's find some kind of shelter and I'll tell you all about it.
Alright. So we go let's say that we go like a mile maybe away from where the shack was, like further towards our town. And I'm gonna, what do I find? Do I find any like dugout or cliffside or anything like that?
Just looking for like further structures and such.
Yeah.
No, you guys are gonna be sleeping out in the wilds.
It says, okay, I say, Well, there's only one solution to this. So I climb up a tree
Ah,
and use my rope to like tie myself to the branch. You tie my legs to the branch.
I was thinking the same thing. They follow suit.
Okay, so I'll just sleep in a tree for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let him sleep for a while. Cause I've got like 4 hours of rest.
Oh, and then of course you can tell me about Crimson.
Order of the Crimson Right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, hold on, I'm pulling up. Well, I don't have the same kind of family that you had. When I was very young, the order found me. I don't really remember where or who, but they found me and they took me in and raised me. So they are my family, so to speak. And I've just worked for them my whole life, is what I've known. Yeah.
You seem pretty overqualified for what those people offer. Why don't you be a mercenary, like me? You don't have to be stuck to one company or group. You can do whatever you want for the right price. Unless gold's not your calling.
Gold is good, but I value loyalty more. Sure,
Tell
I
you
could.
what.
What? What?
Keep going.
I was gonna say I could, sell my experiences and my talents to anyone that is willing to buy, but I don't see the value in that.
Well, you value your talent, but if you're good at something, don't do it for free. And since you're bound to a single company, you might as well be doing it for free because they're not paying you what you rightfully should get. But as a mercenary, everything can be discussed or haggled. You'd get more, for sure, and you'd get more challenges. Think about it.
Oh, I assure you, I'm paid quite handsomely for the work that I do. But I will think about it.
You know what? You fought many dragons.
Dragons. DM, have I fought any dragons?
Ekko, you have not fought any dragons.
You know,
You
no.
have heard of dragons, but they're supposed to be a myth. Although they say that there are dragons in Phandalin, which is odd.
Dragons? I don't believe they
killed
exist.
a couple of dragons. Well, what's the biggest thing you've killed?
The biggest? Maybe. Should I roll for that or just come up with something? Oh.
Make it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna step away for like 2 seconds.
But you're
Sure.
not lying in character, right? You're just like, I don't know, just coming up with a creature for your backstory.
No, she has creative liberty.
Yeah, this is Ray trying to come up with a story.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know if your character was
No,
lying or
not Ekko. So Ekko says, you asked the question, and Ekko says, oh, the biggest. That's a good. Oh, I was hired to kill a one of those giants that live in the mountains. That was pretty big.
Giants.
Pretty big.
Giant Slayer.
Yeah. Ooh, I like
I've
the
actually
sound
never
of that.
never went on toe to toe with giants.
What about you? What's the biggest thing you have killed?
Well, a dragon.
A dragon?
Not a fully grown, intelligent dragon, but killed a few of them. Quite big, larger than elephants. They can fly too. Wyverns is what the technical term is for them, but
Wyverns.
Who knows what these are entering this contract of ours.
Yes,
Let me
I'm
tell you something
curious.
about dragons, though.
Yes.
Nothing can beat the adrenaline rush of fighting one of these.
Oh.
When you get there, you're gonna feel sweat. You're gonna feel tension fighting these creatures. They'll be unlike anything you've seen before.
I like the sound of that.
And one thing's for certain. Always keep something in between you and the dragon. If any lick of that fire gets you, you're out.
I understand.
Just follow my lead and we'll be okay.
Alright. Alright. Dragons. You've killed many dragons. Is that your favored type of kill?
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
I love the sport of hunting these beasts. They plague the world and they hoard riches. They're nothing more than just glorified noblemen with fire at their disposal.
Well, I can't say I've ever met one in person, but they do sound like a foe to behold.
The world will be better off without them. They're nothing more than dinosaurs that had the privilege of living through an extinction. Even though dinosaurs are probably not part of this world.
It's okay.
Hey, what does Lance look like?
Oh,
Lance?
you know what? Let me show you guys.
Ooh.
Feel free to describe them, but I'll show the art on screen as well.
Okay.
Lance is a stout, red-headed dude. He's got, let me look at he's like 6 foot, 210 pounds. He's like around 25 years old. Brown hair. One of his eyes is fucked up from taking dragon fire when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, one's like actually white and the other one's blue.
Like the entire eye is white?
The iris is white. Yeah, it's like, his eye didn't burn up, but it's like he has cataracts, kind of.
Oh, like there's a sheen over it, kind of.
Yeah, it's a white sheen.
Okay. Ooh, tough guy.
And he hasn't told you about what happened to his family, just the fact that he hates dragons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And what do you look like, Ekko?
So, will you pull up my picture? Because that'll actually help me. Hey. So, I look very similar to this. Very similar garb. I would say because of the order I'm in, this is red garb, not blue garb. Dark, deep red. Thin, human, dark hair. They usually have this part up and covering their face. You've probably seen them with it down. Normal human face. No facial hair. And I think they're like 6 feet tall.
Oh, you're pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm a pretty tall person.
Okay.
Pretty tall person.
Taller there. There you go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as the two of you are talking, you're each going to hear a snap.
Shh.
Look in the direction of it.
Look around.
As you're looking around, and you hear a couple heavy steps in the dark.
Oh, fuck.
I raised my crossbow, like unfastened my legs from the tree branch, and then raised my crossbow.
You hear this heavy, like, as this thing sort of like lumbers around, and you hear it like crush this log as it steps over it.
Oh.
and it kind of wanders this way. It doesn't seem to have noticed either of you yet. You're both sitting here in this tree. It is sort of wandering this way. You're not terribly far from it.
I'm gonna stand completely still.
20 feet from it.
Not
maintain
moving.
Stealth, or should I re-roll stealth?
Oh yeah, should we roll stealth?
Do you know what your stealth roll was? I mean, I
it's
assume both of you just like freeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just kind of standing completely still.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Would y'all like to do anything as it's sort of like lumbering around? It seems to be like smelling for something in the air.
Can we tell what kind of creature this is?
Make me a survival or nature check to recognize this.
Survival or nature? Okay. Oh, come on.
Hold on.
I'm getting my stuff up
That's
here.
crap.
I don't think I'm good at either of them. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't have survival on my thing.
Oh, it's not one of those. So you can
It's okay, I'll roll.
shift double click your character and it'll pull up your thing.
Oh, okay.
journal
Yeah.
entry.
Character sheet. Okay, cool. So, survival. Oof.
Oof.
Not great.
Alright, so it's a little dark, y'all. You're not able to get a good look at it, but you can tell from the sound of these footsteps, from the sound of the log like snapping in half when it stepped on it. This thing is about as tall as a tree.
Oh, man.
It's a little taller than this tree that it's standing next to. It's about as tall as the tree you guys are in right now.
Ooh.
And this massive beast is just sort of sniffing the air.
Okay.
You can't really tell what it is. It doesn't seem to know precisely where you are. And as you're sort of watching it, it kind of hunches over and sticks its face into this tree.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And sort of rustles these branches a little bit, and you hear it go.
I'm gonna whisper to Ekko and I'm gonna say, I think we're gonna have to fight this.
We might. I whisper back. We might, but I think it'll be better if we can get a drop on it. Get the first attack.
Straightens up.
I'm gonna roll stealth and climb down, and then try and maneuver like south of it.
Okay, make me a stealth check. Ekko, what do you are you gonna wait in the tree?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna wait in the tree for now. I'm gonna split the party.
All right, 13.
13. Okay, hold on. Alright, hold on. Let's roll this perception check real quick. Damn. Alright, let me just do this. Oh, you lucky dog. Okay, so as it's straightening back up, Ekko, you watch as Lantz carefully, and it's not completely silent, but it's swift as he climbs down the tree.
Mm-hmm.
I ready my crossbow.
I will
And
also ready my crossbow.
I
You're
click the
waiting in
button
the
on the
tree?
side, and the tripod like drops down.
Alright, it's gonna roll another perception check. Oh wait, typing slash perception. What am I doing? 1d20. Ooh, okay, so as Lance, as those two things like zzz, and they plant into the ground, this thing's going to like as it turns, and it's
I'm gonna
going
fire
to.
at it. Fuck it.
Oh shit! Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's get some
Do I see that it sees him?
Oh yeah, you see that.
I will fire off as well as soon as I see that.
Okay, all right. Let's do this.
Do you want me to roll attack or initiative?
I rolled a nat 20. Hit.
A nat 20.
Yeah, on my crossbow.
Oh wow. Okay. Holy crap. All right.
Oh,
That's so perfect. Yeah, go ahead and roll a 1d100.
Ooh, boy.
3. All right. So what's that result?
Let me open it. Actually, it's in D20. I mean, D20.
It's at the top of the journal entries.
33. Oh, is it D2? 1d200 because it goes above.
No. Every time you get a repeated crit, it's an extra 10. So if you crit it again, you get 10 added to the roll.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, it's stunned until the end of the next turn.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Ekko.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the tree, and there's this like as Lance's like powered bipods like plant into the ground, and you watch as he like slings back on this like massive bolt action like lever and fires this like heavy crossbow bolt that catches this beast squarely in the forehead, and it stumbles backwards. Lance, how much damage does that do?
Crit's just double damage, right? Of whatever's rolled, or is it like full damage plus the one? How are you doing crit?
I do full damage plus your roll.
Okay, so the max damage of this weapon.
Yeah,
So crossbow.
17 damage.
So it's the max damage for the heavy crossbow is 15 plus a 7, so it's like 22
It's
damage.
the max of the die roll.
Oh, so it doesn't
your
add
move.
the modifier?
No, not the modifier. Just the max damage the weapon
Okay,
can
so
do.
17 damage.
Or if you have sneak attack, and it's all the dice that would be rolled.
Okay.
Okay, so how much is that? 17?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's as you fire this heavy bolt, it catches this beast in the forehead, which like it shrieks, and as it does, it rumbles across the landscape, right? As this thing trumpets almost like an elephant, like stumbling backwards and clutching at this massive bolt in its horned face, and actually, it's just going to be stunned there for just a moment. Lance, are you doing anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna do extra attack and attack again.
Okay. All right, do it.
Where is...
You have advantage on this attack because it is now stunned.
Oh crap, I didn't mean... Okay, ignore that crit. It's only the first two. So, one with a 19.
No. Okay. So a 19 will definitely hit, and so will that 13. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, Ekko. Or
Yes.
Lance, you doing anything else?
I'm going to take this time and reposition out of like sight of the creature if I can.
Okay, go for it. Ekko, what would you like to do?
I will also.
This thing is currently stunned.
I will also. How far away is it from me?
It's not very far from you at all. You could like jump out of the tree and basically be there. It's like maybe 10 feet from you.
Maybe 10
like
feet.
8 or 9 feet. 7 feet.
Can I shoot a bolt and jump on it?
Yeah, I would let you make an acrobatics check to land that jump.
Okay.
Also, initiative is not working for me, by the way.
Initiative's not okay. Here.
Was I supposed to roll initiative? I'm sorry.
Do you have yourself selected when you're rolling initiative?
Yes. It's not
Okay.
doing anything.
Okay, I'll fix it. So I'm sorry. What were you doing?
I'm gonna shoot my bow at it Pulling up my attacks. Actions. Yep. Okay. Shoot my short bow at it. I don't have a button for it, but I can type it.
You can just roll like a short sword button. It would do the same thing.
Oh, really?
It's the same amount of damage, I believe.
Holy cow, you're right. And it's the same addition to hit. Yeah, so that's my bow attack. Oh my gosh. Not great.
No.
So I will do that. So that misses.
So, Ekko,
Yeah.
as you're standing in the tree, you fire your short bow, but the string like catches your arm, and you drop it, and the bow clatters to the ground beneath the tree.
Come on, Lucky.
Got to get closer. They're gonna try and jump on this guy.
Okay, all right. So, Ekko leaps to the front. So, describe to me how you're making this jump. Go ahead and roll me your acrobatics.
So I'm gonna find a branch that is the thickest, stays the thickest for the longest amount of time, so I can run off of it and then leap out of the branches and try and jump. Is he actually facing me? I guess I can't jump on his back, huh?
Yeah, he's not far. You could. The most likely jump is like right here on like the shoulder, and you can maybe like grab his horns. He's got these like horny growths off his back here.
Okay. I will jump on his shoulder and kind of try and hang off the back on his horn. Not hang, but like balance on the back so he can't immediately get me. Trying to.
Okay. He is automatically going to fail the dex save to avoid you. Go ahead and just roll me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Just to ensure you roll the basic. Yep, you're good. Okay, so using your movement, you are able to reposition yourself. You are now on the shoulder and back of this thing.
And as a bonus action, I will hide. If I can. Yes.
I don't.
It's okay if I
don't know if you
can't.
can hide from this thing because it's not like it's wearing clothes, right? It can like feel you on its.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
You weigh like what, like 80, 90, 100 and something pounds?
Yeah, definitely 100-something pounds, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't hide. That's
Put
okay.
you up there.
I think that's my action because that's the only bonus action I have is hide. Yep, I'm good.
It's actually like, I don't know, they might be able to pull it off because, so like, if someone, like when somebody gets shot, obviously like there's adrenaline going through their body. They're not going to realize they've been shot. This dude just got blasted with 2 bolts, one straight in his forehead, the other one elsewhere. I don't think he's going to realize there's something on his back. So,
Okay.
I don't know, it's up to you.
Alright. You know what? Ekko, roll stealth at disadvantage
You got it.
against a perception check. They rolled 7. Just roll it. Just for show. Okay, yeah. Is that 18? Is that what you rolled?
Well, it rolls at disadvantage and advantage, right? Because it says 18 and 20.
I am rolling at disadvantage. You were just rolling. You were also rolling at disadvantage, but you still beat it. So I will say you are effectively hidden.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
that, like, it'll have to, like, be reaching for you, but you're, like, kind of Legolasing around.
Sweet.
Alright.
Sweet. That is my turn.
You do have an offhand attack you could use as a bonus action. If
What's
you
an
wish.
offhand attack? What is that?
It's when you have a second weapon and you use your bonus action to use a light weapon, such as a scimitar. I think short sword's light. I'm not sure. Or a dagger.
Yeah.
So basically, you have another attack if you wish.
I'll try. Let's see.
Oh, but you're hidden. Never mind.
But that's right. I took my bonus action to hide. Okay.
Would you rather attack or would you rather?
Nope.
hide?
I'm good. I'll take the hide.
Okay, so you are just fucking chilling up there.
For now.
It is incapacitated. What, until the end of the next round? Damn, that was a bad one. End of their next turn. Okay. So, its turn is going to happen. And it is going to, sort of gathering itself, snap this bolt, which just sort of like snaps, and like the big piece of it is still like embedded in its forehead here, as it like eyes bulging and red as it begins raging and trumpeting around here. And that's just going to be it for its turn, because it is recovering from the stunned position. So it is actually going to... Yeah, actually that's fine. Okay, so everybody roll me initiative one more time.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, you guys.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, Ekko, you're up first. What would you like to do?
All right. What am I doing? So I think I'm gonna look
Tickle
at
his bum.
tickle his bum. That isn't. Okay.
So you're like clinging to its back here on like these horns and these growths that sort of branch out of its back.
Okay. I'm going to go. I'm just going to take my short sword and plunge it into the back of his neck if I can.
Oof. Okay. Roll me an attack.
Marion Pippins.
Roll me an attack at advantage, because you like can't miss while you're up here. You're basically like holding on to the back of it.
But do I also have sneak attack?
Yes.
Yes.
You have sneak attack because you're attacking from its back here.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh wait, that was just one roll. Oh, at advantage. Okay, got it. God damn it. No way.
Okay, so that as you're like hanging there by the horn, you're like swinging at it, and your sword is indeed like hacking into this flesh, but it's like this thick leathery skin, and it's like getting caught in like hair, horn, and you're not able to land a good blow.
Dang.
So that will be your attack. You still have a bonus action if you wish. And your movement. You are no longer hidden.
No longer hidden, that is right. I will go ahead and just do an offhand attack for bonus action, you said? I can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll just go ahead and do that. Yes!
Oh my gosh, okay.
I finally did something.
So you're gonna deal 6 damage,
Uh-huh.
and... Well, you're no longer hit. But you were this turn. You can deal your sneak attack if you like.
Ooh, alright.
As you kind of come out swinging.
5 sneak attack.
Wow, 11 damage. Okay. So, Ekko.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is furious, having this heavy crossbow bolt implanted in its forehead, and then from behind, your first swing, you're not able to land it, but when you come back with your second swing, you are able to plant it deep in its flesh, and it roars as you slash into it. And as your blade comes away, there's this splash of this hot black blood that just sprays all over you and your armor.
Yes.
And as it gushes out, this thing sort of groans and clutches at its neck. Okay, Barrett. Or is there anything else you want to do? You want to do anything with your movement?
I think I will move further on its back. I know I'm not hidden, but I'm just trying to make myself less easy to hit. Hopefully I'm in the spot on his back that's hard to reach when he has an itch. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another acrobatics check. Contested. It's going to try and grab you.
Ooh.
By an athletics check. Oof, okay. Not quite enough.
Mm.
Alright. So you're safe for now. You're gonna hang out there?
Yep, just chilling.
Alright, Lance, you are up, sir. You see as Ekko's like hanging on to the back of it, and you're kind of stunned that they're just like hanging on back there. But nonetheless, what would you like to do?
I aim for one of his kneecaps.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go for it.
Critical. 25 damage.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, Lance. Tell me how you do this.
I hit his kneecap and it destroys his ACL as his leg like inverts basically, and then he like falls over, and then I like shoot him through the forehead one more time.
Oh my gosh, so Ekko, as you're hanging on, one of its legs just like explodes inward, and this thing shrieking is going to collapse, taking the two of you down onto the ground this way. Roll me an acrobatics check real quick, Ekko.
Yeah, okay.
As Lance comes running over, that's enough as you sort of just like fall down and like combat roll out of there.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood, and you're gonna see as Lance sprints up and without hesitation just draws his heavy crossbow and in one blast just domes this massive ogre in the side of its head here, and it goes down. It is out.
I like kind of like eyeball it for a second, and I look at Ekko and I say, "All right, I'm hungry."
Fresh meat. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna search the ogre.
Okay. All right. What are you searching for exactly?
Anything that might be caught in his fur, or bags, like anything that might be hanging off him that has loot on it, or I don't know, just like obviously this thing looks pretty old by the look of its like hair and horns.
Yeah, here you go. Once you get a good look at it there. Oh, it's kind of small. Oh well.
So is the horn coming out of his back?
Yeah, so it's got this sort of like wild, uncontrolled growth out of its back. And looking at it, the horns, which are growing out of its back, have this gnarled, black, sickly look to them.
I look at Ekko again and say, I would salvage this for meat, but that horn speaks to me that there's some kind of something that's unexplained and probably not edible.
Yes, it does. It looks diseased almost. Can I get a closer look at these horns and see if I can ascertain what's going on with them?
Sure. Roll me survival or nature.
Okay.
Or investigation, if you like. And I'd let them all go down.
Okay. Give me one sec. Pulling it up. There you go.
Okay. So, looking at this horn, it does appear to look like an ogre horn. However, this growth, which is sort of coming off of its back, has this almost cancerous, tumorous look. And it's sort of the bulges in this growth sort of elongate into a multitude of tendrils.
A multitude of
And
tendrils.
as the tendrils are growing out, they darken in color. From a sickly purple to a black, fleshy, slick look.
I don't know if we should be eating any of this animal.
Well, there's one thing I need to do, and I pull all the bolts out of him.
Nice, you're able to recover that arrowhead.
So we can't leave any evidence that we were here. If someone's following us, we have to make it as difficult as possible for them. Unfortunately, I can't move this thing into the water. It's much too heavy.
perhaps the two of us together could do it.
How heavy is this thing?
Yeah, how heavy is this guy?
You guys are not gonna be able to carry it.
Okay.
I say, well, we can just leave it behind, I guess.
Now it's not totally useless. It does have teeth, horns. It is quite muscular. It's very large. It's got bones. It's got claws.
I snap, let's see. I take one of the teeth out and I say, "Looks like I've joined the Giant Slayers Club."
Clever. I'll just go ahead and try and salvage what I can from this. See what I get.
Okay. What would you like? I'm just curious.
Well, let's see.
I mean,
I think
it's
I
corpse.
want some bones, I think. A sturdy bone, at least one.
All right, roll me a survival check on that one.
Okay. I would also be okay with a horn.
A horn? Oh, wow.
Horn or a bone.
Nat 20.
That's a nat 20? Oh, shit.
Okay. So yes, you are able to get a pristine set of ogre horns. Go ahead and add 3 of those to your inventory.
3 pristine ogre horns. Sweet.
3 pristine ogre horns. Okay. Alright. Anything else that you want from there? Just horns?
I guess I'll let you know. I want to get a chunk of meat, too.
Okay, sure. So you're able to get a thick slab of meat out of this ogre if you like.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up with whatever I got, stick it away.
Okay, so Ekko, as you're slicing into this thick ogre flesh, the blood is like very hot. It's like notably hot. Like not quite scalding, but like you could make tea with it.
You can make... Damn. That hot... Can I ascertain if this beast has been messed with by like demonic or devilish magic?
Sure, yeah.
What kind of check is that?
I would let you make survival or arcana,
Okay.
or even investigation. So all 3 of those would fit. And Lantz, same for you if you wish.
Do what?
She's investigating.
Damn
The
it.
hot blood. Let's see. Survival or Arcana? Is that correct?
Or investigation.
I keep rolling investigation because it's got a higher mod, but they keep rolling not great.
Okay.
There we go. That's
Okay.
better.
So Lantz, as you're looking at this thing, some of these growths have like twisted and curved back into the ogre, and then they look rather painful. It's essentially developed sores around this. This does not appear to be natural. There's something going on that has caused a powerful overgrowth and what appears to be a discoloration more towards its back. So like to give you an idea, its body is more of like a gray brown color, but as you move up towards its neck and shoulders, it begins to fade to purple, and then a deep purple, and ultimately to black.
So I look at the tooth I just extracted from it. What does the tooth look like?
The tooth looks like a large ogre tooth.
Okay.
It's orange in color.
So I turn to Ekko and I say, I'd put that meat back if I were you. This thing doesn't look like you could eat it. Be okay.
I take out the meat and I inspect it to see if it's okay. Sniff it.
Maybe a survival check.
Okay. All these survival checks. I like it. Okay. Survival.
21. Okay. Well, the thing is, this meat would probably be a little poisonous to most, due to its what seems to be. You rolled 19. You guys were both investigating. Sorry, Ekko. You said you were investigating specifically for what?
To see if the meat chunk that I took off of him is would be bad, would poison me, would make me sick if I ate it.
Prior to that, I'm sorry.
Oh,
When you were investigating it, I'm trying to remember the specific phrasing of what you were investigating.
Oh, I said I was looking to see if the horns were affected by devilish or demonic magic.
Okay. And Lantz was there with you. Mm-hmm. So with Lance's assistance, Ekko, you would come to the conclusion that this has been affected by abyssal influence.
He kind of yeah.
So this meat would probably be poisonous to most due to its abyssal influence, if that makes sense. Such as this ogre.
Okay. Well
However, it's a thick and fine slab.
They give it a sniff. Well, it smells fine. It doesn't smell bad. I guess I'll find out. We'll see. And he wraps it up, puts it back away.
After we're done with the job.
Sure. Well, no, I'm not gonna eat it now. This magic is abyssal in nature.
Abyssal?
Yes. Definitely.
You don't think this has anything to do with those crazy... Wait, were the Animalia around whenever, Lantz...
The Animalia appeared very suddenly. They wouldn't be around yet. Okay. However, roll me general wisdom or intelligence check to see if you've heard any rumors of these strange...
I would only know, that they're abyssal worshippers, and that's about it. Probably through rumor. Let's see. What check? Investigation?
Insight or wisdom. Just general.
Insight. Where's wisdom at? Oh, that's right. Okay. Let's see wisdom. Yep. Don't know shit.
Okay, yeah, no, you've never heard about any kind of abyss.
So this is news to me.
Oh, well, I can assure you this is abyssal trickery. This is awful.
How closely related to it is witchcraft?
That's a good question.
Well, you really don't know what abyssal anything really is. And witchcraft is pretty much anything
blood magic or necromancy.
Magical in general. Could be druid craft, they'd still call it witchcraft.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking old.
Yeah, they don't know. And they have pretty good reason to be afraid of most things. But Ekko, you would know. You guys are pretty far from any kind of abyss to your knowledge. And you wonder if this has anything to do with your mission to this place.
This is odd because there's no reason for a creature of the abyss to be here. No reason. There's no gates. Oh, unless there's a gate. I wonder.
What exactly is the Abyss?
Well, it's a terrible place. I've heard. Straight up, is it demons or devils in the abyss?
So, as far as you know, unabyss, as opposed to the abyss,
Okay.
in this setting, unabyss is they're these huge gaping black holes in the ground, and they're full of life which has sort of been twisted, and often mangled beyond recognition in terms of the unusual creatures that emerge from the abyss. It's a pretty awful place, so most people say there's like demons and awful things down there.
So we are in the unabyss, and then the abyss is the black holes.
So the abyss
Uh-huh.
in like Forgotten Realms lore doesn't really exist in this setting.
Oh.
So unabyss is like a place where this like black sort of void seeps in through the ground.
Okay.
And
It's
demons are said to originate from there.
demons. Okay, so they explain to Lantz, yes, the abyss is a terrible place among us. There are places that seep into
Among
our...
us?
Pardon?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Then I'm just being an idiot.
There are places that evil creatures, twisted life, perverted beings come into this realm. They say demons live there. And as far as I know, there is no such connection, no such void around here anywhere. So there's no reason for this creature to be here. But it's very possible it came from the abyss.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, hopefully we don't run into many of more of these abyssal creatures.
Agreed. They
That's
are a
what this
terrible
is.
thing.
I'm pretty tired. I don't think anything's gonna come close to us now.
Probably not.
And I climb up into this tree and once again fasten myself to the branch.
I will also climb up in a tree, but I will take watch.
Okay. So the rest of your night will pass quietly. Nothing comes close, and you can hear the sound of birds and insects. Okay.
Whew.
So, as time goes on, you all proceed down the road, and as you get closer and closer to the town of Phandalin, the two of you eventually come across what sounds like fighting up ahead.
Is it like sword on sword? Like metal clanging, or is it like just like shouting?
There's a lot of shouting.
Alright. I tell Ekko to say, there's a scuffle up ahead. Sit back and etch up and see what we can find.
Yes. Let's see what's going on over there. Be quiet.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you both on here.
I'm gonna roll stealth
Yeah.
and stay like off the road-ish.
Okay. So let me just do this real quick. As the two of you come around the corner, or I guess you're approaching from off the road, I'll put you over here.
Ooh.
The two of you come across what appears to be oh, they're all on the wrong layer. Sorry. What appears to be a caravan actively being raided by a large warband of goblins.
How many? Can we tell how many there are? Just a large band.
Well, you can see from where you are, because you can hear them all shouting, and so it's pretty easy to spot from your hidden location all of them over here. And this is actually pretty close. You're probably not even this close to them. You know, you're probably way back here.
Okay.
The one I'm pinging, what is that? Does that look any different from the others around it?
There's another one down just like it.
Roll me an insight check at advantage, Lance.
Hold on.
How do you ping?
You click and hold.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
You said
Okay.
insight.
Insight at advantage.
2. Let's see, that is.
Oh, a nat 20. Wow.
Damn.
Okay. Alright, so you watch as these two goblins sort of like step over the corpses of the people they've killed and these horses, and the two of them are currently sort of like digging through this wagon right now.
That's how I looked at Ekko and I said, this is a good intelligence gathering situation. I'm assuming that they've killed everybody on board the carriage, so there's no one worth saving. We can see where they go with the loot that they find. And if someone offers us a job for it, we know right where they are.
That is an excellent idea. Much better than what I was thinking. So, I like this idea.
Okay. Alright, so you guys, as y'all watch, these two goblins, under the instruction of this bugbear up here, who's sort of like overseeing everything and shouting out orders to everyone, these two goblins are going to sort of work their way around, and they're carrying this thick, heavy chest, and the two of them come back here and then disappear up what appears to be a hard to see path right here, which goes off in this direction.
Let's try and follow them.
I turned to Lance. Let's follow that chest. I want to get to that before they get it.
Alright, good plan.
Let's go. Stealthily.
Yeah. We're gonna
Alright.
try and get to that path.
Stealthily.
You guys are gonna try and get to that path?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a stealth check. So I assume you guys are kind of like circling around, kind of like this through the woods.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not good.
I'm trying to see the thing. Going through the
That's
woods?
stealth. I'm gonna let you lead the way, Ekko.
Alright. Do you have dark vision, by the way?
No.
Oh, I lead the way I can see in darker areas.
So yeah, we're like jump from bush to bush, scamper across the road, jump into the bushes.
I could just like let Ekko go alone, since I don't know, they have a higher stealth, so I don't give them away. I don't know, is that viable?
Well, you don't really know. Your character doesn't really realize that.
Oh yeah, true. That's too meta. I'm not gonna do that then. I'm gonna go with him.
So, Ekko, what was your stealth roll?
20.
20. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, so the two of you start making your way through these woods. And Lance, as you're moving through this heavily wooded area, you note Ekko is like very deftly moving through this terrain. And it doesn't seem to cause them too much trouble.
Wait a minute. He is with me. Does that give him advantage on a roll? Oh, wait, no, because...
Yes. It doesn't. It just means that when he's with you, he doesn't have to worry about difficult terrain whenever it's like
Got
like
it.
land travel.
Got it.
All right. So as you guys are attempting to cut them off through the woods, can y'all each make me a survival check?
Yes.
See if they noticed.
Good. Good.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Ooh, what the?
Okay. So here's what happens.
Oh no.
As the two of you are moving through, we're gonna have to kind of. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna shrink y'all down. I'm gonna shrink them down. And we're gonna pretend the rest of this doesn't exist and just use this corner. So, as y'all are moving through the woods and they're kind of making their way up this path, it's kind of like this, and y'all are coming around this way.
Yeah.
It suddenly goes quiet.
Oh shit. Stop. Don't move.
I drop down like into the grass.
I hide.
All right, can you both make me perception checks? Okay. All right. So, noting that they've gone quiet, Lantz and Ekko, you also go quiet. And as you're sort of peering up the way at them, you can't really get a good look at them, but you see them, and they've set the chest down, and they've got little crossbows sort of pointed up and over.
Are they aiming straight at us?
They're not. They're looking about, trying to determine who's out there, who's following them. Or sorry, they're short bows, not crossbows. But they're sort of peeking out into the woods in your general direction, but they are not looking directly at you.
And we can both see them. Okay.
You can see them.
Can I see them from the grass, or do I have to like peek, like get within line of sight? Like they're looking around, right? They haven't acquired us yet.
They're looking around. They look alarmed, but they don't see you.
And it's just two of them. There's no other goblins near them, or bugbears, or anything.
As far as you can see, it's just these two.
I say, we get the drop on them.
How good is your bow work?
It's alright.
If I can take one on the right, the one closest. If you can take the one closest to us, I can get the one behind it.
Yes, I think I can do that.
On my countdown.
Okay.
So we're all both gonna aim
Yep.
at our respective targets. And is it an advantage since they're like aloof?
No, actually, it's not going to be an easy shot because they're crouching behind a chest.
Oh.
So we're at a disadvantage.
No, you're not at a disadvantage. They just have what's considered cover.
Okay, so it's just a regular roll.
Yeah, it's just a regular roll.
Okay, let's try it.
Alright, here we go. Ooh.
Oh, they both hit.
Let's see. Ooh. Oh, snap. 7 and 12. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. So,
If they don't drop, I'm gonna use extra attack.
so despite the cover, despite them being wary and keeping an eye out, the two of you both make your attacks from out at a distance, and they catch each of these goblins and waste them.
Co-op stack completed.
Instantly, instantly down. Wow, good shots, y'all. Both of you.
Let's go.
Alright, so I'm gonna, like, sneak up to the chest slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Sneaking our way.
Do I see anything? I'm gonna roll perception to see if I do anything either.
Ooh,
Like anybody coming or something like that?
Yeah.
No, you don't see anything.
can I check it for traps?
You can check for traps. They're... Go on.
No, what were you gonna say?
Do you mean like environmental traps?
No, on the chest specifically. While
the
he's
chest
looking
itself.
for other people, I want to look for traps on the chest.
The chest was locked. It's no longer locked. It appears to have been busted open.
Got it.
However, looking inside, there appears to be like a fine vase, and then you see like a few bloody pouches that have just been tossed in there.
I take the bloody pouches.
While they're looking, I'm gonna take the bolts and the arrow from the goblins. And I'm gonna search the goblin bodies, of course.
Okay. Looking over the goblin bodies, you don't see very much in the way of like jewelry, the stuff they appear to be hoarding and bringing back. You are able to find some bone trinkets, a small necklace kind of made with like tooth and string and bone, and there appear to be like small carvings in the bone.
What do the carvings look like?
It appears to be goblin.
Oh, it's just goblin.
Goblinoid language.
Not interested. Get that shit out of here.
I do not read goblin.
I show it to Ekko. I say, you interested in any of this?
I don't read goblin. No. The trash is trash.
Lantz,
Throw it on. Yeah, it's trash.
you also see, like looped around one of them, a small brown horn.
A small brown horn? Around one of what?
One of the goblins.
Oh.
Like a blowing horn.
Look. I think that is some sort of...
I take the blowing horn and I say, this will come in use.
Ah, yes.
And tuck it away. So I got a goblin.
Can we hide the body? Can we hide the bodies?
Honestly,
What do you think?
I don't think it matters. They're gonna know the chest is even, like the chest has disappeared. They're gonna know that somebody made off with it, or unless we leave that there as well. I don't know. I don't think they can do anything even if they know it's us.
Well, we could either wait around and follow them, or get out while we can.
My only issue with that is, I mean, they're gonna notice the chest is gone, and the two goblins with it. Those bugbears aren't the dumbest.
Then we should hide.
We could hide and see what they do.
So are you gonna stay here?
Yeah, well, we're gonna stay far out like last time.
Yeah.
All right. How far out are you gonna stay?
The same distance as before. Basically, just go back to our spot that we approached from.
Okay. So how far out would you like to be?
Back across
This
the road, I
far.
think.
Oh, you want to go to the road?
Right? Because
I was just gonna see what they do when they find the dead goblin.
oh,
We'll say this is probably like much further out. Like I'll shrink down a lot of these guys here. So right now you're probably like 40 feet or so.
I mean, we could go back across the road, but what I mean, we could hide the bodies too. I just don't think it would make a difference. They'll be like, "Where's our chest?"
well, do we take the whole chest or just the things inside?
Just take the stuff inside. I don't know what you found.
I found a vase and bloody things,
And I took the bloody things.
Bloody things.
Bloody pouches.
Clothes? Oh, pouches. What's in them?
I don't know yet. I just took them and I put them in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just, I don't know.
Do you want this vase? It looks pretty.
I inspect the vase.
Okay, so looking at this vase, it's very nice. It appears to be very expensive. It also was very likely made by hand, by a very skilled craftsman.
I say, hold on to this, but don't show it to anybody. It might implicate us as robbers.
Roll me an investigation check as you're assessing this vase. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, so looking at this, you are able to identify what appears to be a signature. There is a J and a G, but the rest is like just scribble signature gibberish. You can't really make out letters.
So J and G. I asked Ekko, do you mind if I hold on to this?
Sure. Go ahead.
Alright.
It is pretty fragile, so you'll have to be careful not to like fall or do anything too crazy or it'll break.
We should really get some sort of holding device for the things we get along our way. We should keep that in
I'll
mind.
make a stash. I'll make a drop. Don't worry about that.
So at about this time, you are going to see as a group begins working their way back up the trail. And upon seeing these two dead goblins, this bugbear running over, alarmed, is going to begin shouting in Goblinoid to these other goblins here. And they're knocking arrows in their short bows are going to kind of spread out and begin like searching the area.
Okay.
And meanwhile, this bugbear right here pulls a similar horn to the one you guys had.
Uh-oh.
And he is going to blow it. And he
Oh.
goes,
Okay.
Oh dear.
but it just goes quiet for now.
Oh shit. I just whisper and I say, I think that means backup is coming.
So again, you guys are like a good 40, 60 feet out right now.
Okay.
We should get out of here. He's likely calling. You're correct in assuming that he's calling for reinforcements.
I think so, and they might be bigger. We should go.
Alright, so you're going to sneak out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll me stealth at advantage because you're pretty far, but you're
Okay.
still within visible range.
Oops. Ah. Stealth. Alright.
Stealth at advantage. Come on, Lance.
You got this.
Come through with those rolls, Lance. Oh, alright, there you go.
Ooh.
Okay. So, with some high rolls, the two of you are able to evade this goblin ambush, and you can well enough circle around.
There's none at the carriage, right?
No, there are none at the carriage right now.
I look
I'm
to
gonna
I look to Lance and I say, check the carriage. I'll keep an eye out. Do it quick.
skirt close to the cliff and like the edge and like look down. Like, what do I see?
Okay, so looking down, you are going to see there are a good number of corpses, who have all been killed by these goblins. So I'm gonna drop some of these around here.
Corpses at the ready.
Corpses at the ready. Yep. And they do appear to be well dressed. Several of them were once very clearly guards of some kind. They are, however, riddled with arrows.
Do they have any insignias or identifying like armors?
All like rings or any jewelry they might have had has been stripped from them. Their armor, for the most part, has kind of been padded through. Several of them are still wearing their armor. The goblins didn't strip them entirely, you know. However, they do not have rings or necklaces.
They have no valuables on them though, like no gold or no anything.
I think they've been stripped of everything that they have. They've already been
roll
robbed.
me an investigation check to try and find something the goblins may have missed.
All right.
But they will not be the easiest in the world. Yeah, the goblins were pretty thorough. They do this pretty regularly.
Nothing in the carriage either.
Opening the carriage and looking about it, you like open the door, and you're just immediately greeted by this corpse, who's just sort of like slumped on the seat inside, drenched in their own blood. They're wearing nobles' clothes, but the clothes are ruined.
Can I look underneath the carriage to see if anything was secretly hidden underneath it?
Underneath it? Sure, roll me an investigation check.
Who knows? Oh, that's inside. My bad. That's inside. Sorry. Here we go. There. Oh, okay. Well.
You know what? As you check underneath, something does catch your eye, and it's not that something was hidden per se, but you notice a symbol, and this is where that insight check will come in.
Ooh.
Where, looking at this wooden carving that has kind of been inlaid, you can tell that this was a merchant coming from a nearby city.
Which direction was the carriage? Oh wait, is that the right direction that the carriage is facing? Like,
well, it's coming from either Thunder Tree or sorry, not Thunder Tree. Whoops. From
Neverwinter?
Neverwinter or Leyland, both of which are very far, and it's pretty difficult to get even this close to Phandalin.
damn, it was almost in town.
Damn.
It was almost here, yeah.
So I just recognize this as a like the symbol of a merchant. Is that right?
Yes, of like a nearby city.
All right. These people wouldn't have any sort of identification on them, would they? Because it's not valuables. It's just
They don't have insignia rings.
Oh, gotcha. He already checked for that.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
here's what you do know. Lantz has a vase, which appears to have been made by a craftsman that has
yeah.
JG in it. I don't know if Lantz has told you that yet.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you trying to look for something? Did you clue that?
No, I didn't tell them that.
Okay, Ekko, then you're trying to look for some way to identify?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Okay. That's pretty good. So looking around here, Ekko,
Yes.
well, there's not a lot of identifying information. It's not like they're wearing dog tags, and a lot of them have kind of been, mutilated, and their bodies are somewhat swollen. You are able to recognize that they are specifically from the city of Leyland, which is to the south. They must have come around the mountains. You are able to recognize that they are merchants. And
That's decent.
Looking through their saddlebags, roll me an investigation check. Only just one more.
One more, you got it. Oh, 8. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, looking through their saddlebags, you notice that the bags are of a particularly fine quality, but not a whole lot else other than that. Notably fine quality.
Okay. I turn to Lance and I say, I think this place has been stripped of most of its valuables. We should get going.
I agree. We need to get to town.
Yeah, probably
Those
best not
goblins
to
find
linger.
us.
Let's go. Yeah, we stealthily make our way away.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of try and hide. Hold on, let me zoom out on the map so I can see what I'm looking at. We're not going to go directly on the road, I don't think.
Yeah, in all likely. I mean, you're a ranger. You'd know better.
Yeah, no. We'll be
So
kind of
you guys
in
are
the
gonna-
woods along the road, but not on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Making our way. Continuing on our way.
Okay. All right. And then at long last, you will arrive in Phandalin. Let me put you on the map. Oh, that's a corpse. 1 second.
On the way, can I see what those bloody pouches were?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to look into
All
that.
the rings and crap.
Yeah. Yeah. So, opening the bloody pouches, there appear to be, there's gold coins, right? This was somebody's pouch. You do find several rings. The fingers are still on them.
Oh!
You also find a couple gold teeth. They've been tossed in there as well.
Okay. I take the teeth, I take the rings, and I take the gold. And the fingers, I will... Along our way, I'll just find a place to dig a very small hole, put the fingers in, and cover them up.
Okay.
I don't want to keep those
Alright.
fingers.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
They're not part of my mission. It's okay.
Okay.
So I just watch all this go on. I'm
Although
guessing-
I'll say, as
Yes.
Ekko is doing this and taking the rings off the fingers, there's not a whole lot of emotion on Ekko's face. Like, this isn't really phasing them. This isn't the worst they've seen. It's just, yeah.
Okay.
I have a comment and say, so that's where all the rings went.
Ah, yes. These might be valuable, but we should be careful in case these people were known in town.
Yeah, we can't fence any of these goods, to be honest, unless they're just solid gold coins. We'll be stuck with all this
Well, I did find a
until
few
they
gold
become
coins.
useful. You found what?
A few gold coins. How many did I find?
Let me do 20.
How do I roll a d20 on here?
/R space 1d20
You said face?
space.
Oh. 1d20.
15. You find 15 coins. Not
Cool.
too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
Not too shabby. All right. Do y'all mind if we take a quick pause right here?
Totally.
Yeah, sure.
I need to go put my food downstairs, actually.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Be right
Yeah,
back.
Well, I'll be right back.
back. If anyone else is back. We're recording.
Okay, so at long last, you arrive in the town of Phandalin. You are both exhausted. It's been a long journey. You've had several near-death experiences and some very odd mishaps. And it seems that what they say about Phandalin is true. The town truly is landlocked. The two of you are experienced warriors, but a regular person could never make it here on their own.
How does the town look from afar? Is there like notable damage from like something that may have attacked it? Like burnt buildings or
Yes,
crushed
actually. So let me get this. So it's still being repaired. But it does seem that there is this sort of outer rim. Let me see if I can kind of paint a picture here, because you can only kind of faintly see it. But if you look around the town, there's like this kind of old wall that used to be. You see this? And so I'll fill it in like between sessions. But basically they're in the progress of restoring this old wall. And looking at some of these houses on the outside as the two of you approach the town, or like say like this one right here, right, that you're next to.
Yeah.
As you're walking past, the top of the building looks like it's been like literally pulled apart by something.
Ooh.
And this house is empty, the doors are open.
As
Like,
I'm looking over the scene, I feel like the adrenaline slowly creep in. And I'm like, so is this the real deal, it looks like.
Indeed it does. Should we
Let's go
investigate?
investigate.
Yes, exactly. Ha. Good man, good man. Let's go. So we go investigate this house.
Okay, yep. So the houses are generally going to look the same. As you sort of walk further up the path, you're going to pass by another one, and this one here, the wall has just been like completely collapsed and like
I'm
knocked
gonna go
over.
look at the wall real quick.
Okay.
Are there any, like, is it concrete, or not concrete, is it like bricks, or is it wood?
It's wood. So there's...
Are there any slash marks from like a dragon claw?
There don't appear to be slash marks, no. So, looking at this, Lance,
Yeah.
there aren't claw marks, but something was definitely here and utilized great force.
There's no one in that house either, it's just an empty house.
Just an empty house, yeah.
Alright, let me go further up the path.
Alright, so, go on.
Can I take a closer look? And is this considered my terrain yet? Now that we're among houses and stuff?
Yes.
All right.
This is not, you're now in your favored terrain.
Sweet. So can I look and see what kind of beast or being would have made these holes in these houses, if I can tell?
What kind of beast or being would have made these holes
Like-
in these houses? I feel like that knowledge kind of pertains... you know what? Let's do this. Go ahead and roll me a nature check at advantage, because it pertains to something in the house.
Okay. Just me right there? Okay, that's right.
Or is that what it is, or are you doubly proficient. Is that?
I'm doubly proficient if it's intelligence or wisdom that I'm proficient in.
Okay.
Which
so
I'm not in
tell you
nature.
what, make an investigation check.
Okay, cool. So this is actually going to be a 23, I think.
A 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because my proficiency is doubled, so add 2 to that. So that would be my roll.
All right. Let me see here. I've been busy building this wall. Ooh, a 21. Okay, so looking at this, Ekko,
Yes.
as Ekko's sort of peering over at these collapsed, they're eyeing this doorway, and you looking at this door frame, it's crushed upwards and crushed wide, as if something large sort of forced its way through the frame.
I mentioned that something incredibly large made its way through.
So I say aye.
But it
Pieces
didn't.
are falling in place.
It didn't claw things open. It used brute force.
No
to push
claws,
things
though.
apart.
A strong creature did this. Very strong. Well, should we get going?
Yes, we should talk to the leadership of this town. We'll know more.
Yes, I think we should. But perhaps we should get a drink first and hear what the locals have to say about it before we talk to the politicians, eh?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's
spot
find
a
ourselves a
rest.
tavern.
Hey. All right. So, as you put this on the map. There we go. So, as you're making your way into town here, the main road definitely leads you kind of down this path here. And moving through the town, there is a nervous tension in the air. As you walk past people, their faces look a little gaunt, a little stressed out. Everyone you walk past looks deeply relieved to see you. You see them as they eye your weapons and armor.
I give them a hearty wink.
They're frowning. They're not like giggling and smiling to see.
I know, I'm just being...
Yeah. Yeah, okay, you give him a wink and like one of the old man, some old man who's like looking at you. You can see the relief on his face. But as you walk past this house here, you are going to see this little shop right here, where there appears to be a woodworker at work.
Okay,
Okay.
woodworker. Great. Go up to the area. Woodworker.
You're going to the woodworker?
Yeah, go talk to him.
Okay, sure.
I've got some questions for him, too.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I have a moment of your time, please.
Alright, so, from around the corner walks the largest woman you've ever seen.
Oh.
And she towers over in overalls, and she easily stands ahead above both of you. Lantz, in your case, she's probably like... This lady's about 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah, she's like a
Whoa.
foot taller than me then.
This massive lady, right?
Yeah.
And so she sort of comes over, and she says, "Ah, customers. I'm happy to help you. What can I do for you today? Don't mind my appearance. And she's sort of, kind of dusts some of the shavings off of her apron.
Ekko says, "Oh, we won't mind your appearance if you don't mind ours. We, as you can see, we have been on the road traveling. We are in search of a tavern in this area. Do you know of one?"
I do. You're gonna be looking for the Stonehill Inn up the way.
Stonehill. Got it. Thank you.
Are
And
you mercenaries by chance?
well, that would be my companion over there. He is much more a mercenary than I.
Nod. Yeah.
But we do similar work.
While they're talking, how close to the shop am I? Am I in the shop or like?
No, you're like in the little yard out front here.
Is there any like woodworking creations that are nearby that I can see?
Sure, yeah. There's different things. Let me find like a townswoman real quick. Yeah, there is a carved statue of oh man, something random, of a turtle riding a duck's back as it begins to take off from a log.
That's the only significant thing I can see right now.
Let's see, what else? What else could you see? There's also a very fine sculpture of a person. It looks very much like a person.
I'm gonna walk up to the person sculpture and inspect it closely.
Looking at it closely, it's quite impressive. It really does resemble a person.
I turn to.
fact, it's almost uncanny.
I wait for Ekko to finish talking, and then I'll bring up my next question.
Okay, so Ekko, you're talking to this woman.
And I say, pardon me, I'm so rude. My name is Puck. What is your name?
Puck?
Mm-hmm.
Puck.
Sorry.
My name is Devora.
Devora. Oh, lovely to meet you. I noticed as we were coming in, all of the people around here seem very, tired and on edge. What? Do you know why? It seems a bit odd to me.
Yes, well, there's a bit of a tension around here. What with all the recent monster attacks and the local unrest. I'm afraid this town's a bit overrun, and we're all trapped here.
Trapped here.
Can't really make it out on the roads these days.
Yes. We came across some rough sights on our way here. It is dangerous out there. Yes, we did. Do you happen to know, does he have like a paper and pen? Or do they have a paper and pen that they can write with?
She has... Does she have paper and pen? I mean, yeah, she's got a paper and pen.
Sure.
She can easily grab one.
Yeah, they're just gonna grab that real quick. And they do the sketch of the symbol of the merchant that they saw underneath the carriage. And they're just gonna show it to her and say, do you recognize this symbol? This is one we came across on the road.
The symbol. She says, I'm afraid not. Doesn't look like anything I've not really dealt with.
That's alright.
However, if it's symbols... let me see. Who might know? You might have luck over at the Townmaster's Hall.
The Townmaster's Hall.
The Townmaster's Hall, yes. The current mayor's there.
I do think
I might make my way there later. Thank you very much.
Of
Where?
course. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not the best with social customs and recognizing insignias and such.
Oh, not to worry. I'm not the best either.
I turn to the lady and I ask, she says, "This is a very impressive statue. Looks almost like a person, or looks almost real."
Ah, thank you. I consider myself a bit of an artist.
You make these often?
In my spare time. I make a good living off of, carvings of other people.
Anyone ever bought one from you before?
Nobles mostly, but not lately, not with the roads being closed as they are.
I see.
Mostly make my living these days directing the building of the walls and such. House repair.
You think you could make one of me?
Of you?
Certainly.
I could. Would you like to commission a piece?
Sure. Could you make it life-sized?
I can, but it won't be cheap. It'll cost
much
about
do you think?
25 gold.
Well, that's certainly a deal. And I take 25 gold from my pal.
She says, very well. If you don't mind coming by later on, I'd like to try and get a sketch of you if I could. It's
All right.
essential for the work I do. Okay. So if you want to meet with her later on, she will get a sketch of you to begin creating a wooden bust. But like not a bust, like a big sculpture.
Yeah.
Like David thinking, but it's
Yeah.
Lantz.
Well, okay.
Would y'all like anything else from this very tall, very fit woman?
I think I got everything I need.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Well, thank you very much, Devora. I appreciate your time. Hopefully we will see you later this evening. Yeah?
Of course. It was a pleasure to meet you. What was your name? Ekko?
Oh, Puck.
I think you had Puck. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's the one I told her.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Puck.
Oh, pleasure is all mine, please.
Yes. Well, have a good evening, and if you don't mind my saying so, be mindful of the folks wearing red. Not the local visitors, they're here to help, but you'll know them when you see them. The thugs.
Don't worry, I think we can
Sounds-
handle some thugs.
This town seems kind of small for thugs. We'll try our best.
And she sort of shakes her head and she says, well, I wish you luck. Okay.
Alright, let's go to the mayor or bar.
Where would you like to go first? You're pretty worn out. This is like you're just getting into
Okay,
town.
let's go to the
Stayed in
tavern.
traffic.
Let's go to the tavern.
But I'm supposed to go like later that night, right? To get sketched.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Let's go to the tavern, then I'll go to the thing after that.
Okay. So you guys are walking into like what appears to be kind of the market square, which is going to be kind of around this shape here. And there's like different stalls and such. And out of this building to your right in particular, there is this loud, sudden screech that cuts across the marketplace. And everyone in the market suddenly looks at this doorway to what you see is an apothecary shop.
Yeah.
And this long, lanky creature. These arms
fucking things, yeah.
comes crawling kind of upside down across the ceiling and out through the door onto the roof. And it is going to begin running off in this direction, and it sort of makes a frog-like leap and vanishes.
Not gonna catch it. Not gonna catch it.
I think it's just too fast for us.
That way. And meanwhile, at the same time, you're going to see off to your left two what appear to be Bolatarian paladins who are going to come, like, sprinting over from here. And they're going to, like, seeing the two of you standing there and seeing your armor and, like, your alertedness, you know. This one here in red, as well as this one. This guy's also in red, even though his armor's looking blue there. So these two. This one here is going to say, "You there, did you see what came this way?"
That spike devil, he hopped off that way at a point where it disappeared too.
You point down that way?
Yeah, a point where he hopped over to.
He says, "Excellent, thank you. Elok, come quickly." And the two of them are going to run off in this direction.
Did you say Elok?
He did. And the two of them are going to run off and vanish out of view. Okay.
I turn to Ekko and say, well, the shit we've seen so far shouldn't really surprise us.
Yeah, that was weird. Very weird. I'm ready for a drink. How about you? And he's gonna
I could use one.
march off to wherever the tavern is.
I'm supposed to see the big lady later for her sketch. She can draw me like one of her French girls.
Haha. Well, you better strike a good pose then, eh?
Yeah, let's just say it's part of a plan I have in mind in case things go south in this town.
What are you planning?
Well, they said dragons when they had us on this mission. That implies there's more than one. So, we're gonna need some decoys.
Ah, very clever. Might not be a bad idea.
Okay.
Ekko heads in.
Alright, so the two of you head into the tavern, which I am rapidly throwing together.
Okay, we can have some more conversation. Let's see.
Yeah, sure, if you like, yeah.
Yeah.
Buy me some time.
We saddle up to the bar, and while we are waiting for the bartender who's attending up to other people, we're kind of chit-chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen anything like that monster we just saw?
I've seen skeletons walk upright. That looked like something else. It looked like a mummy with spikes coming out of it.
Yes, quite odd. I don't think I want to come face to face with that creature.
We can assume it's some form of undead.
Probably.
Never really dealt with that. I've been offered jobs to clear out crypts and hunt vampires, and never took any of that. There's one thing you don't fuck with, and that's magic.
I agree. There's too much uncertainty with that. Good old fighting, stabbing, fist to face. You can rely on that.
You can survive a stab and a fist to the face, too. You can't survive a bolt of lightning or whatever else the hell they use. Your skin falling off of your body.
Disgusting.
Witches are dirty business.
They are indeed. Have you ever met a witch?
No, not I've heard all the stories.
Yeah.
They're bad and yada yada. They cast spells to spite people, and they curse people, and they use body parts of living people, sacrifices, blood magic, all that, necromancy. The list goes on and on. They're just not to be trusted. I've never heard of such thing as a friendly witch. Have you?
Never.
They're just like dragons, except for things get a little bit more personal with dragons.
So you've said. Tell me, do you have a body count for your dragons that you've killed?
3.
3.
They weren't easy. The first one was, I was conscripted by the orcs, my captors, to go kill one as proof. They thought I would die, which is why they gave me the job in the first place. They aren't nice to their prisoners, as you can see, or not fair either.
So if you have killed 3 dragons, then you have had access to 3 dragon horns?
As much as I could get, but these weren't really the kind of dragons that I saw as a child. These were mostly proto-drakes. No front legs. They could fly and breathe fire, but they weren't intelligent like the ones of lore. I have yet to encounter one of those.
I see.
There's one thing that I've taken away from these fights. Don't fight them in their home. You wouldn't fight a man in his home. No point in fighting a dragon there either.
It's very good advice.
That's
I'll
why they
remember
need
that.
to come back here for us to fight them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm about done.
Word. Oh, actually.
Barrett, what is the picture that you have for your... What is that? What is that from?
Do you see it?
It's... He's got, like, the biggest chin in the world.
It's a stupid picture that I found while trying to look for my character's picture. And I was just like, you know what, I'll choose this stupid fucking thing. Like, it doesn't mean anything, it's just a fucking goofy picture.
That's funny. He kind of looks like a glitch from Red Dead Redemption.
He looks like, what's that guy's name? Bogdanov? The dudes who got, like, that ridiculous amount of plastic surgery. They were French. They were twins. I don't know if you've seen those.
I don't think I've seen those.
Okay, oh my god. They actually died last year.
How do you spell the name? I'll look it up real quick.
Igor and Ivan Bogdanov, Bogdanoff. They're like French reality stars or French soap opera stars, and they got like an absurd amount of fucking plastic surgery. They look like fucking like Dr. Seuss characters.
They really, one of them just looks like a giant bee sting.
Yeah. Look like they had allergic reactions.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Yeah.
But
oh shit.
There's a bunch of memes with them. Like, I don't know. I guess it's because they look so weird. But like, people were like, they're behind like 99% of the world's wealth, and like they're controlling the media. Like, it's like all this crazy shit.
Oh my god.
Like, because they look like they're aliens. That's what they're doing that.
Damn. That's a funny reference. That was good. I wish I had gotten that the moment you made it. Because that's like real good. Ooh, what's this?
Okay.
He also looks like that Chad meme where it's like the dude in grayscale, like with the giant chin and abs. Giga Chad.
Okay. Little kid like runs past you guys
Oh.
out the front door.
Alright. I throw a dagger at him. No, I don't.
You plant it in his back and he drops to the ground.
Immediately.
I aim my crossbow and the middle tripod thing comes out all just for the kid. He should feel honored to die.
It's a monster.
Oh no.
I gave him more of a meaning than he had living.
Oh, we were
Alright.
sitting at the bar, waiting for the bartender.
Okay.
Just kind of chatting. Actually, hold on. Ekko would be sitting like right. Ooh. Probably off in this corner right here. That's probably where they would be.
Your character's name is actually like the character I named on League of Legends. Spelled exactly the same.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, there's a character on League named Ekko.
I
Mage
had no idea.
assassin. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. Shit, okay, there's quite a bit.
Oops.
Alright. So, as the woman attending the other guests sort of finishes what she's doing, at some point she's going to turn to you both and say, "Hi, welcome, thank you so much for being patient. My name is Elsa. No, sorry, Trilena.
Trilena?
Trilena here. Yeah, I'll spell it for you here.
Thank you. I tried. We'll see how close I got.
Trilena. Alright, you see that there?
Ooh, one letter off. Not bad.
So, that is Trilena. She says, I run this inn here with my husband. And she says, "Can I get the two of you something to drink?"
Oh, yes.
Just like an ale.
An ale? Okay, cool. Alright, so she pours you an ale. Ekko,
Do you have any sweet wine?
wine?
Yes.
Ooh.
If not, an ale will do.
She does have some wine, but she says, I'm afraid I've only got the expensive stuff. Will that do?
You know, I will go for an ale. That is all right. Let's go with ale.
Okay. She says, I'm sorry. It's just that with the roads being closed, pretty much everything's been had except for the really good stuff. And cost is pretty much the only thing stopping anybody from drinking that.
Ah, I see. Yes, that I understand.
Says, I'll be right back with a couple of ales for the two of y'all.
All right.
And she goes to the back. This little kid sprints back in through, runs at full speed through the store. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna
Alright,
position.
after a moment.
I'm gonna position
Sorry.
myself like right around on this corner right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just change it up a
Okay.
little bit.
Alright, so she's gonna come back in.
Yeah.
Come back with the beers for each of you. Whoop. After a moment of the two of you sort of sitting there enjoying your beers, she's gonna say, like, please, excuse my curiosity. It's just, are you mercenaries by chance? You look like mercenaries.
You assumed correctly.
That's a relief. I'm afraid we're a bit short on those lately.
What's been going on around here?
Well, the better question is what hasn't been going on around here. It's been absolutely crazy. Between those old cultists over at Thunder Tree, the strange sightings they're having over at at Nomengard.
Say that again.
Nomengard.
Nomengard.
So what about these dragons that I was sent here for?
Dragons. She says, well, I haven't heard of any dragons. She says, what makes you think there are dragons here?
That's what I was paid to come here for.
You were paid to accompany Ekko, but you knew that there were dragons here, so you were like eager to get a job here. Is
You
that
told
what?
me there was dragons. How do I know there's dragons? Maybe I should...
I'm gonna say you had heard rumors that there were dragons.
Oh, so I wasn't told by my employer that there were, or whoever hired me that there were dragons. It was just I heard rumors that there were dragons.
Yeah, I'll
What do you mean
say
dragons over here? Like in the city attacking them, or dragons in the vicinity?
in the
Like
vicinity.
in the
Like,
wild?
like multiple dragons, like, witnessed near the city. But she's telling you, like, we haven't been, like, attacked by any dragons. or
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say. Alright. Well, what about these cultists that you've been hearing about?
And she says, well, the cultists are up in Thunder Tree, and she says they're strange folk. We don't go out there. People who tend to go that way don't come back. And she says, I really am surprised that Neverwinter hasn't done more about it yet. So it's more their problem than ours, but all the same, it affects our shipments there and back. And the place she's referring to, and she will show you, is back this way. Thunder tree. Here. Thinking back, this was about the area that you had encountered that effigy.
Oh, okay.
But they're telling you it's an entire, like, she tells you it's an old abandoned town. But there's, like, apparently a lot of them out there, and they're weird people. They call them cultists, but they don't really know what those people are like because they don't have any interaction with outsiders.
Alright, what was the other thing they brought up?
Well, she has multiple things. She's just naming, like, from this to this, like, everything under the sun is happening. There's, like, a whole lot of awful shit around here.
Well,
If you're interested, she will tell you about what appears to be strange reports, people having strange sightings and strange experiences out at a place called Conberry. Let me see what else.
You said Coneberry?
Conberry?
Okay.
Connebbrry.
Coneberry.
As well as strange happenings happening near the well. The Old Owl Well. Oh, here we go. Connieberry. So she's going to tell you about these two locations. Which are causing, basically nobody's able to travel the eastern path. There are, of course, bandits on the road. People are actively being attacked. Yeah, there's a lot of awful shit coming on. In addition to these things that she tells you, she's also going to mention that there are a pair of paladins in town. They are here to help. But generally speaking, the law enforcement, of which there is very little, because there hasn't really been a whole lot of need for it until now, is essentially overwhelmed.
I look towards Ekko and I say, may I talk to you in private?
Of course.
Do I know what I'm helping Ekko with?
Yes, you are supposed. Not that. Sorry, not that. This. Here we go. That's what we need.
They still haven't fixed that to where you can just like slide your party over without accidentally dropping them on the wrong frame.
No, they can. I just kept putting all of them on. Dingus.
Alright, so, what was I helping Ekko with, or what did they tell me I was helping them with?
So what you were helping Ekko with was, you were to escort them to the town master's hall, where you were to meet an individual.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll tell Ekko, like, I'm not a charity case, and I don't think you are either. What that bartender wants us to do shouldn't matter to us at all. We're here to do a job, so we might as well do it.
Well, she doesn't want y'all to do anything. She's just like, holy shit, like there's a million things going wrong. Yeah.
She's not asking us to help.
Just telling you the state of things. It's basically a million things going wrong. And what she's going to tell you is like there's all kinds of crazy monster attacks happening. like a ton of different ones, and nobody knows why. But it's like all of the monsters are coming out of the deep wilds and like encroaching on the town.
Okay.
And on top of that, there's a lot of really weird shit happening with a few different groups.
Well, what do you mean weird shit happening with different groups?
Well, such as the cultists. There's been more activity out in this town lately. People have started, like, seeing them out in the woods. Closer and closer to the town. Way closer than they've normally been. Normally they're relatively northwest of the town, but they've been seen as far as the woods north of town. Or as close, rather, as the woods north of town.
Interesting. Well, we can finish the beer and then go talk to the mayor.
Yes, these problems do seem to be piling up for these people, but we have our own mission ahead of us that we need to take care of first, so I agree. We should, if the mission requires our help, then so be it. But if not, so be it. Yeah, I think we finish our ales. Are you done talking to Trelana?
Yeah, I have no more from the bartender.
Yeah, I'm good talking to her too.
Okay. So, the two of you head back out into town. And you are headed to the town master's hall?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So the two of you head into the town master's hall. There's not actually a map for this one. What is this guy's name? Let me check real quick. Okay. Okay. So, the two of you enter the town master's hall, where you see there is a small, it's like a mix of like a mayoral, like a mayor's office, you know, and also like a small, like local jail. But there's really only a few small cells. And there is a very nervous, sweaty-looking person who, as soon as you walk in, jumps to his feet, and he says, "Mercenaries! Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness you're here."
I walk up to him and I ask, "You look a little on your feet, on your toes. What can we do for you?"
He says, "You can do quite a bit for me, as a matter of fact. We've got quite a situation on our hands."
Were we supposed to meet somebody there, or is that the guy we're meeting?
You're supposed to meet this guy.
Oh, okay. All right, continue.
Mm-hmm. And so he introduces himself. He says, "My name's Harbin Wester. And I'm the mayor of this town." He says, "Things have been quite out of hand lately, and there's not a whole lot I've been able to do about it. I'm afraid I've been quite useless. But what can one do with the situation I've been handed?"
Well, what can we do?
There we go. So it's this guy here.
You said his name is Harbin Lister?
His name was Harbin Wester.
Wester.
There we go. Can you see that?
Yep.
Harbin Wester.
Got it.
And he says, yes, we're completely overrun. There's been monster attacks like, essentially non-stop. All of the citizens on the outside of the town have been forced to migrate inward, forcing people into uncomfortable housing situations. We're rushing to get this fence erected around the city as quickly as possible. But attacks almost every other night, in some form or another, make it difficult. He says, we're sitting here like fish in a bucket. And on top of that, these unusual ruffians have seemingly come from nowhere and encroached on the town, and we don't have the manpower to deal with it.
Ruffians, you mean creatures? Or are these people we're dealing with?
I mean people, these shady figures who've started making their way about the town.
What do these figures look like?
And he says, you'll know them when you see them. They dress in red. They have these red sashes.
Do they have armor and weapons?
They usually keep some form of knives on them or short swords, but
No armor, though.
not that I've seen, no.
Do they typically travel in groups or individually?
He says, I'm not sure where they're coming from, but they're coming from somewhere outside the town. And he says, look, what we really need right now is for someone to visit the Oracle.
The Oracle? Who's this?
He says, the Oracle is a strange figure who lives in the mountains to the south, but no one's been able to get to him. I've hired several mercenary groups, another one like yourselves, not too long ago, but it's been about a day since they've left. He says, we need someone to get to this Oracle, but I must warn you, there is something a bit odd about this one.
Yes?
The thing is, we know that the Oracle lives up in the mountains, and we know how to get there. But after people meet the Oracle, they can't remember anything about the Oracle, other than its name.
So they would forget everything leading up to it, or they would forget everything afterwards?
The last thing they remember is entering the mountain. And everyone who has come back from the Oracle is missing a limb.
Oh,
He says there was one person on the edge of town who was able to come back without missing anything, and she'll tell you just as much as anyone else that she brought a cow with her. But times were different then, and if it was that easy, we'd just all be marching cows up the mountain.
Where does this person live? On the outskirts of town?
And he says, yes, near the Alderleaf farm.
And that's where we'll go first.
and tell me, do these people that come back without a limb, is it the same limb or just random?
It's always different.
Always different. Okay.
Well, I guess it can't always be different.
Well, sure,
they
but
never
it's not
know.
always
You
the
never
same.
know what it's going to be.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes it's a hand, sometimes it's an arm.
What if it's neither?
It could be your feet, a whole leg,
Oh.
your ears. Okay, so you're off to the Alderley farm?
The where?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Mm. What is going on with the Alderley farm? Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you make your way over to the Alderley farm. And when you get there, you see it's a rather worn, older looking building. The fence that they are attempting to rebuild seems to cut the farm's field right in half. But that just happens to be where some of the old stone ruins were before they'd been cleared out. Rather than build the fence around their crops, it seems desperation has forced them to give up half their land in order to just cut a straight line across through the fence. To build that fence, rather.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea, this probably looks more like this here.
Oh.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
they've lost like half their farm.
Totally. What kind of crops are they growing or trying to grow?
Something in season.
Okay.
It's like summerish right now, so like there's corn out there.
Okay. Just curious.
Actually, make me a perception check.
Sure. Yeah. 10.
10?
10.
Okay. So you can see that that there are like these pathways through the corn where something big has like knocked rows of corn over as it like trudged through the crops.
Are there footprints? Footsteps?
Sure. You wanna go take a look?
Yeah. Investigation. See if it matches the big guy we fought in the woods.
Alright. What are we looking at?
Looking at where everything has been forced to the side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll.
So, rolling. Oh my god.
Well, unfortunately, it's quite muddy. There's lots of there's a lot of knocked over corn. It's just obscuring your vision, I guess.
What are you doing
Unfortunately,
over
you
there?
are unable to glean much from that. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, if I see him like futzing around in the corn, I'm gonna ask him what he's doing over there.
Oh.
What are you doing over there?
I'm looking to see if these tracks matched our big friend that we encountered the other night.
Ah. Can I go over and take a look? Nobody's looking
Yeah,
at it?
sure. If you'd like to, you're welcome to.
And is it investigation, you said?
Yeah, investigation or survival.
Oh, 4.
Oh my god,
Oh my
you guys
God.
both nat one.
Is that what that means?
Damn, you got
We got
you
2 nat
advantage on that.
ones. Ooh.
Yeah, you had advantage and you still nat one. Okay.
Damn.
So
Double
yeah,
ones.
neither of you were able to really determine what the the cause of this might be.
It's a
But
mystery.
as you're out, like kind of looking at these, you hear a voice kind of speak up, and he says, "Oh, y'all here to help us with the troubles we've been seeing lately? And turning around, you see an older looking farmer.
Oh,
Yeah, we are. We're looking for a man on the outskirts. Do I know anything about the person I'm looking for other than that the fact they live there, or was I told exactly where they live?
Well, this is pretty much them. It's the farm
Oh.
at the edge. They're so close to the edge that their farm got cut in half.
Okay, okay. I asked him to say, I'm looking for a man who's been to the mountain. Could that possibly be you?
No, that wouldn't be me. I'm afraid that's my wife.
Oh, okay.
I'm not supposing you're here to try and find out how she made it up the mountain.
That's correct.
Well, she went up to see that strange fellow they call the Oracle. And, I'm afraid we can't tell you much more than that, other than that she brought a cow with her, and it seemed to take the cow.
and
Do you have any cows for us to buy? Sorry.
okay.
None that we can spare, I'm afraid. And he sort of points out towards the field, and he says, "We've been having enough trouble as is. A few cows that are left, town needs them. They're providing what little dairy we have."
And
Not strictly them, but the town in general just doesn't have that many cows. But it's
Well-
not like these are the only 2 cows. And
what was this guy's name? Did we catch his name?
this is Mr. Alderleaf. You know it's the Alderleaf farm,
Oh, okay.
but he hasn't introduced himself.
What was your name, sir?
He says, "Oh, pardon my rudeness. You can call me Alderleaf."
Alderleaf.
What is it?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Puck.
Puck. Okay. So yes, this is Ven Alderleaf. Put him on here. This is great because you guys are helping me like populate all these characters.
Sweet. Ven Alderleaf.
All right. We'll put this guy on there.
He's a giant.
All right. So you are looking for his wife, Colleen.
Colleen Alderleaf.
Just need a lady. You are looking for Colleen Alderleaf.
Is he leading the way, like trying to find his wife?
Sure, yeah. He'll say, yeah, you can follow me into the house here. My wife's inside.
As we're going in, and we're following behind him, can I pocket just one ear of corn?
Sure. You gonna steal some corn?
Just
Go for
one
it.
ear. That's all I want.
All right, sure thing.
He like turns towards you, his eyes red aglow. Put that shit back.
Let's go quickly.
Oh no!
Guards, stop! You have violated the law.
So, walking into the house, you're immediately hit with like old people smell.
The worst.
Worst. It's very musky. But stepping into the kitchen, you do see an older lady who's beginning to cook. And then, having taken his hat off, says, "Colleen, honey, we got some more mercenaries looking to make their way up the mountain. And so she sort of turns and looks at the two of you, and she says, "Well, you're a sight for sore eyes. We sure could use some more mercenaries like yourselves around here."
It is a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. We sure are interested in what you have to say about your journey to see the Oracle, if you wouldn't mind. I see you are about to begin cooking. I'm sorry for the interruption.
And she says, "Oh, no, no mind, no mind." She says, "Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you much. I hardly remember anything. The only thing I can do is I can tell you how to a bit of an unusual name.
All right.
The Oracle's name, as best I can recall, is Brekilder."
Breck. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's some Norwegian shit right there.
Oh, Norwegian name.
Or at least it looks like it is.
Brekilder, but that's about all I can remember. I'm afraid I brought one of my cows up there and I didn't quite get it back, but I made it home in one piece, not missing any arms or legs or what have you.
Well, that certainly is lucky.
You know anybody who could sell us a cow?
I'm afraid we don't have many cows. Not
Any
around
other
here.
farmers? Oh,
Well, so, and she'll tell you, like Vin was explaining, given the recent monster attacks, there's just not even really that many cows left. And so the town is like using what they can for dairy, but like there's not even that much dairy. So you're drinking water, and you're drinking beer, but there's not a whole lot else. Resources are starting to run out.
Ooh.
People are nervous. They're getting desperate. They're sending mercenaries up the mountain to go find the Oracle.
Damn. Do you have any pieces of advice for
I'm
us on
sorry,
our way?
I missed something.
Oh, okay.
And this was super important, so I'm kind of kicking myself for this. Ekko, the Oracle, wait. Well, you didn't tell the town master. You were here to meet the town master, but you didn't tell them you worked for the Order, did you?
Oh shit! No, I forgot.
Okay, for the sake of brevity, we'll just say, had you told them,
Yes.
the Oracle is actually who your Order is interested in.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
And so, like, upon getting there, as soon as and Lantz doesn't necessarily know who you guys are going to meet. He just knows he was supposed to accompany you as you like do this job, and he's getting paid a lot of money to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, the town master tells you we need people to go check out that Oracle. But if this is who you work for, then yes, you're also supposed to go look for that Oracle, but for different reasons. In your case, you're supposed to document it. And if possible, bring the Oracle back with you.
In my case, Ekko's case?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Document it and possibly bring them back.
Mm-hmm. Like back to town. The Order is interested in like utilizing it.
Okay.
So what do y'all think about all that?
hey.
Now
Sounds
that
like witchcraft.
it's okay, go ahead, bro.
Say, sounds like witchcraft and I don't toil with it, but I'm already here, so I might as well.
Oh, the Oracle is definitely a witch.
Ooh.
You can rest assured.
Any
It's
faint
witchcraft.
idea why it takes limbs?
We don't know. But it didn't take mine, I guess, because I brought something else. Suppose you could go out there and find anything as long as you bring it something.
And there's nothing else you can remember.
I'm afraid not. Next thing I knew, I was at the bottom of the mountain.
Alright. Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh god, 4. Oh.
Or,
Four.
as far as you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Alright. Tell the truth, alright.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else y'all want from this old couple?
I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So the two of you are going to start making your way up the mountain?
Is there...
Or what else would you like to do?
Let's go capture a goblin and then take it as a sacrifice.
That's what you want to do?
That's
yeah, I
not
have
a bad
the horn,
idea.
so I can attract one, or maybe a few.
I do want to see if this town has any sort of potions or anything that might help us with our journey up the mountains once we get there. I don't know what kind of stores. I know everything's going to be on short supply right now, but...
There is an apothecary shop.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good place to stop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On the way to catching a goblin.
So, as you get to the apothecary shop, you guys are going to witness, as a man who's almost sort of, he's a hairless man.
Ooh.
Who's sort of almost like kind of crumpled and into like a slightly contorted position, as if he's been like pressed very closely on all sides. And he's covered with some sort of like clear slime. But he's being sort of carried out on a stretcher from the apothecary's office.
God damn it. I know exactly what it is.
I
But Lance doesn't.
I want to go up to the man and talk to him if he is conscious.
He is not.
He is not conscious?
He is not conscious. He appears to be blankly staring into space, but he's not responsive at the moment. He does not appear to be dead, but he's definitely not like responsive. Eyes are open, but not conscious effectively.
Torvald is punching the air right now.
Ekko looks at the people that are carrying this man and just says, "What happened to this man?"
Some of the people in the vicinity say, "Well, we don't really know. We just heard that screeching noise and that thing came climbing out through the top. And then when we checked inside the shop, this one was here, covered in this odd goo."
Interesting. Can I inspect the goo?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Go ahead and make me a medicine check as you inspect this goo.
A medicine check. All right. Yeah. Medicine. Boop. Oh, 7. Man, this thing's not rolling good for me tonight. That's okay.
7?
Yeah.
Ooh. Not sure. Not sure. You're always welcome to switch to your dice if you like. It's clear. It's thick and viscous. It's a little smelly. But no, you know what? I take that back. It's not smelly. It's faintly sweet. It has a sweet and pleasant smell. However, the man who was coated in this does not have any hair. Like, even his eyebrows seem to be missing. It's like this gross hairless man.
Alright. Man, I think I know what's going on here too, but I don't think Ekko has caught on yet. Alright.
Okay.
Interesting.
So this is the apothecary shop, but this man is the apothecary.
Oh.
Well,
I'm gonna go in
I
anyways.
guess we're not.
I mean, can I go in?
I mean, the door is currently open.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. Currently, as they're carrying the man out, they will be closing up the shop soon, but they're kind of gathering their belongings. Is there anything you want to do here?
Does it look like there's someone ready to sell, or does it look like, oh, this has happened, no one's selling anything right now?
Nobody's selling anything right now.
Okay.
However,
I'm basically on the lookout
they're
for
stepping
any.
in and out.
I'm looking for any healing potions.
Roll me an investigation check.
All right. Okay. Work for me. Work for me. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
22.
okay,
22.
okay. All right. So yeah, you find a whole shelf full.
I'm gonna try and snag a bunch, as many as I can, stealthily.
All right. Give me a number, and I'll set the DC based on that number.
Okay. I want. You know what? I wanna. This is what I'm gonna do.
Keep in mind, there's people like kind of coming in and out.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look around and just kind of see what has happened here, and I'm gonna say to the people inside, I need everybody to leave this place right now. I need to investigate this area, see what happened here, see what we can do about this. And I'm gonna try and get everybody out.
A well-dressed man is going to say,
Oh, fuck.
"May I ask who you are?"
I am the one that has been hired to clean up this mess, and I've been hired to investigate what is going on here. Now, if you don't mind, I would very much like to do my job and help out you and the rest of this town.
He says, "Well, if that's the case, this man here was my brother.
Oh.
And while I appreciate that this is being investigated, I am a little surprised to hear it's being investigated so quickly. May I ask who hired you?"
I will admit the timing was quite fortuitous. Yes. You could talk to Mayor Harbin Wester. He knows about us. He's the one that has told us what to do.
Deception check.
Okay. Oh, good. You okay? 17?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was a good name drop. Okay. Well. So Wester's not just a waste of space after all. Here I thought he was all but useless. Very well. He says, "My name is Arden Rodros."
Arden Rodros.
Mm-hmm. Put that in here. All right, can y'all see that?
Yep.
And he says, "If you have any questions about my brother, we're transporting him over to my house. And he will sort of navigate you towards a mansion that's kind of sitting off over here.
Okay. Thank you. I might follow up with you shortly. In the meantime, I would like to get to work. And I gesture to, to you, yeah. Lance, sorry.
He says, very well, I'll have my man lock up shop once you're done investigating. And then he and like the other, his other like guard who's with him, they're going to haul off the stretcher and they're going to leave one person behind.
Fuck. Okay.
Who's just going to kind of remain with you.
Okay. I'm going to... I want to, like, whisper to Lance to kind of distract this guy while I, quote-unquote, investigate.
Alright. I get it. I'm going to... I'm gonna be like, so... What is he again? He's a town guard that just got left with us?
He's just like this like rich guy's like bodyguard who's staying behind a lockup shop, his brother's shop.
So did your brother know anyone that might have wanted to do this to him?
He says, well, my brother's admittedly a bit of an oddball, but no, I can't say that he had any notable enemies. I mean, he was occasionally blamed for this and that, the side effects of his little experiments, but after a while, he just started experimenting on himself first, and...
What kind of experiments did he do?
Well, he's a tinker of sorts, always out here in his garden. You're asking the nobleman about his brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so he hasn't quite left yet. But looking in front of the shop, it's definitely a garden of sorts. And from what you've seen of the inside, it's like walking into a planet cave. It's like this rich incense smell. There's like stuff hanging from the ceiling, you know.
Let's see.
Plants, bits and bobs.
So, I've heard this town's been under attack recently. Anything notable or anything you've seen?
Well, I would say that the rather strange screaming creature that emerged from my brother's shop was rather notable. Though I wasn't here to see it, apparently...
I've seen it. It looked like a mummified creature with spikes all over its body and much larger than the average person. And it leaped like a frog, but very high in the air.
Very good then.
Didn't seem like an animal or a living being. It seemed almost like it was dead to some degree, like a zombie or, you know, something of that matter. I assume that a necromancer is at work somewhere. Or it could have been your brother's project for all we know.
Do you think he's going to be okay?
Your brother?
My brother.
He looked as dead as a chicken pot pie. I don't know if he's coming back from that.
Roll a persuasion check.
That was great.
Oh, 3.
Just a chicken pot pie. So, at this, he's going to cock an eyebrow and he says, yes, well, I suppose I'll seek a second opinion and hope for the best.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, his brother's definitely alive.
Oh, he's alive?
He's alive because Ekko had actually examined him earlier and saw that the guy was definitely alive.
Yeah. He
So
just
it sort
looked
of adds
shocked.
up. So he's like, I suppose I'll seek a second opinion, but if you should uncover anything, you can find me at my mansion. And he will head off to his mansion with his brother.
Weird. I guess it didn't, like, finish eating him. What the fuck?
So, could Ekko have taken like 3 health potions?
Go ahead and roll me sleight of hand.
Got it.
Keep in mind, you've got Hugo here. Just kind of sitting around waiting.
It should be, so I actually should have. I think that number should be 22. Because I am. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I take it back. That is wrong. 18. 18 is my number.
So an 18 for 3 of them.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I'll say that you are able to swipe them. As you do, there's like a clink, as the glasses like kind of press together.
Okay.
And Hugo like kind of looks over his shoulder because he's kind of got his back to you. As you're looking, not completely back to you, but he's like standing in the doorway, right, as you're looking about the shop. Mm-hmm. And you like look over your shoulder at him, like kind of reassuringly, like nothing to see here.
I'm just, that, and then just thoroughly investigating the scene to catch any clues.
Okay, roll me investigation. Lance, you're welcome to investigate as well if you like.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Okay. Oh wow, both of you. Okay, so.
Ooh, nice, dude.
Ekko.
Yes.
Though it's unclear what the cause was, there is very clearly a big splash pile on the ground, where you see more of this clear slime, but where it's like landed on the wood of the ground, the wood is like slightly eaten away at already by this faintly sweet smelling slime. And looking carefully, you notice what appear to be a pair of footsteps. And not the thing that was on the ceiling either, but like something that had some of this slime on it seems to have turned and walked out the door. So there was someone else here.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it was that creature we saw.
No, but the creature was crawling upside down out the ceiling. Like it was across the ceiling, and it came out through the top of the door and onto the roof.
Okay.
Have I put these clues
But there was
together
someone else
yet?
in here with it. Yes, you have pieced all. This is the information you have gathered.
So, recognizing this, I take a quick look at everyone that I can see around me and see if I spot anything suspicious about any of the people around us.
About the people around you?
Yeah, because you said there were like 3 guards or something? Or Hugo?
There's just like Hugo standing in the door.
Well, then I'm gonna look at Hugo. Because I'm nervous.
So you walk over to Hugo. And Hugo, like, kind of cocks an eyebrow and turning to face you is like, "You all done in here?"
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an insight check.
Oh, 10.
So what exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if he might be another of one of the things that just came out.
So you stare hard at Hugo, deep into his unibrow, which sort of cocks in surprise.
Like caterpillars, like whoa.
It's like, everything okay? You find what you're looking for in here?
You know, I think we did. I think we got a really good look around. Are you done in there? And I shouted
You're talking
to
to me?
Lantz. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I'm pretty much done.
All right.
Do I see what Ekko saw? Like the shit on the ground?
You see the shit on the ground. You don't notice the footsteps. She only saw that because she got a nat 20, or they got a nat 20.
So, seeing that the floor is decaying underneath it, it's assumed that it's some sort of acid.
Sure, yeah, definitely. You can gather that much.
I'll go over to, Ekko, and I'll say, when we're done here, we can discuss this.
I agree. I think we should discuss this as soon as possible. Perhaps.
Okay.
What's up?
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, what time of day is it right now?
It's still early morning.
Oh.
Not like early, but like maybe like 10:30.
Yes. We should discuss this.
You guys rested. You haven't really rested, have you?
No.
I was thinking y'all had stayed overnight, but I suppose that hasn't really happened yet.
We both got like 4 hours of sleep, I think, but I don't think either of us got a full rest.
Got you. Okay. Well, what is your priority? Do y'all need rest?
Not yet. I
Not
wanna
necessarily.
finish the day out.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay. You're still quite worn. Y'all haven't really had a proper rest at this point. But yeah, if you're all done here, Hugo can lock up the alchemy shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. So he just kind of turns, locks the shop, walks over to you guys, and he says, well, see ya. He's just
Good
Turn.
day.
make his way down to the mansion.
Alright.
I turn to Ekko and I say, something doesn't seem right about this town.
Yes, there is something very off. We should find a private place to discuss.
Let's go back to the inn.
Yes, I agree. Let's go. So we go back to the inn.
Okay. Let me change this music. So you guys return to the Stonehill Inn.
I turn and say, that white stuff was stomach acid of some sort. At least, or acid of some sort. I don't say stomach acid, but it's a slow acting type. I don't think he did that to himself.
Yes, that slippery, slimy stuff. It looked like saliva almost.
His eyebrows and hair was gone. And the contortion.
Did you
I've
see?
seen a snake do something similar to its prey that it couldn't fully eat.
You think he was regurgitated?
Yeah, something, whatever attacked him couldn't finish him.
Yeah,
And I have reason to believe whatever attacked him may still be in this town, so we need to be on guard.
Well, I have my suspicion it was that thing that crawled out of the doorway.
And I believe it may still be in town.
I never caught it, from what I've seen.
Right.
Hmm.
Be on guard.
Okay. And we can probably bring it to a close here. This is a good stopping point.
Alright. Ooh. I got 3 potions in
Lantz and
here.
Ekko.
Hell yeah.
Awesome possum. There was actually a lot of stuff that happened in this session. A lot of little details to set up more stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I think I have a hunch that this whole Oracle thing is us being sent to our slaughter. Like, I think it might be a trap.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just people come back with a missing limb, and then we're called specifically. I mean, I don't. It's just.
I don't know.
It's happened to Lance before.
Yeah, Lance, you have a good reason to be paranoid about these sort of things.
Yeah, but this actually happens after this like time, or it happens in the future, I think, from this point of view, because
Right, you haven't been betrayed by Constanta yet, but
yeah,
that was just Constanta. I mean, like, as a mercenary, it's not entirely uncommon.
yeah, true.
Oof. I have so many
Okay.
notes. Good session.
So much shit. Alright, awesome. Yeah, whenever you get the chance, I guess if you could just
Oh,
slap the recording on the drive, I'll
Yeah.
upload it to YouTube so we can watch it.
maybe edit it a bit before you do that, obviously. And stop.